DM's way.
Fuck it.
We're going live.
That's it. We're live. We're talking now. That's the first thing we said. It is what it is. Fuck it.
Whatever. Fuck it.
Yeah, we're going live.
Not if you've ever seen the clip. If you haven't, it's worth looking up. I don't like him necessarily, Bill O'Reilly, but it's
that's exactly who I'm trying.
The raw footage of Bill O'Reilly, like in between a thing where they're trying to record a thing, and he's just like keeps messing it up, and finally he has this huge meltdown. He's like, "Fuck it, we'll just do it live." And then the commercial break ends, and he's like, "Hi, this is Bill O'Reilly. Welcome back to Fox News." He's like, right away is into like pro zone.
Wow.
It's so funny. Yeah, look it up. It's really funny. That's what just happened, basically.
Fair.
Yeah, sorry for being super late tonight, but there was technical issues again. So it's funny because I used to have an issue with my camera, which would decide that it was the sole source of audio for like everything.
Oh yeah.
You got a new one,
audio.
Right?
So I got a new one. I was like, problem solved. So I'm looking like even better now because this is a 4K camera, so you can see that I look even more like shit than I usually do. But is as close to real life as possible, but it was like I was like, all right, cool, this is gonna be so easy because I got the new camera and it's not gonna be an issue. And then right now, like, decided not to record us on OBS to my computer for some reason. So whatever, Jess is recording, so there we go.
Yeah.
You know what, Sarah? Could you just record the stream? Maybe do you have an option of doing that? Yeah,
record.
Just do that,
Is there a way to do that
on Twitch?
Can you record on Twitch? Is there a way for you to do that?
I think
I
Twitch
don't
automatically records,
Curiosity.
right?
I don't know if there
I
is.
will look into it while y'all talk about shit.
Whatever. If it's like I said, Twitch is automatically doing it anyway.
Yeah,
we just have to download it. So I'll just download it. That's all. So yeah, hi, welcome back. It's been a while. Between last week and this week, if you remember, I do have one thing to say. We put up a little drive-through RPG scenario called Battle of Government Bridge, and it was pay what you want. And as of today, you guys have 56 of y'all have paid for it.
Hey!
Something a little over 100 have downloaded it. 56 have paid. That's still a really good ratio for pay what you want. But we raised $100 for library, so thank you so much. And it's a copper bestseller. So yeah,
That's awesome. Wow, that's awesome. Yep. Wow, that became copper really quick.
Yep. Yes, it did.
Yeah, thank you all so much for supporting the library. I'm going to turn that money into awesome RPG stuff. Also.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Time for your pitch.
Don't walk. Run to see Sinners right now. The weekend is not over. Go see this movie. It is outstanding. It is incredible. I just saw it. My heart is like still beating like really fast. Like it's really, 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 really good. This movie's so good.
It was,
and then
really
talk
good
to me
movie.
about it.
Yeah, it was a beautifully done movie. It was really good. The way they kind of just
might be the best movie of the decade. Like
the way they kind of just let everything unravel as like the story went on. It was really great. Or the way that not unraveled, the way they revealed things as the story went on was really great. It was just
writing so good,
put together very well. It was so good. It's beautiful.
It's a very, very fresh take. It's so good.
I'm gonna go see it. Amber was like yelling at us, like, "Go see it!"
I broke out the all caps.
Yeah. It was good.
Other people we know break out all caps too, don't they?
Like, I just thought you should know this.
Oh. Oh. I heard about this. All right.
There's something here I've missed.
That's okay.
I'll tell you later. It's
okay.
Off stream.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. It's
Anything else?
It's an off-stream thing. That's all. It's nothing dirty. It's just off-stream. The Discord is open, so there's a link that's dropped there. So check that out. Check out Rainy stuff as well. Rainy plays games. Haha! I remember.
Yeah, you got
it. Took
it.
me a long ass time to do it.
I feel like this is the very first one. Good job, Christian.
It was the very first time I've been practicing.
I will commend you for this. That's wonderful.
And I'm just like, Rainy plays games. Rainy plays games. Rainy plays games. That's how I did it. So yeah. I did it finally, and I think it took me
a couple years.
8 months.
Oh, okay.
Is it a year? Did it really take me a year? I don't know. Time doesn't have any meaning to me anymore.
I don't know. I feel like Rainy's been out for a while, so I don't know.
I think he has. I think it took me over a year.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, because I used to listen to his
just about a year. Yeah.
So, yeah, all right, so like, there you go. It took me a year to get used to it. These damn kids that are new, their pronouns and new
Oh my goodness.
names of things.
Yes, it is worth
Crazy-ass
learning,
kids.
though.
Yeah.
It's a bad example, Christian.
At Rainy's funeral, Christian is gonna go up there and be like, Rainy runs RPGs. It was really great.
I'll be given a chance a eulogy and still get it wrong. Everyone just throws stones at me.
D4s just raining upon you.
Aw.
That's even worse, D4s.
Because then you have to walk off away from the podium over a carpet of D4s.
Yep.
No shoes allowed.
No shoes allowed. Oh.
It's like Legos.
Fortunately, I'm older than Rainy, so that'll probably be the reverse scenario because I'm older than everyone.
Let's not talk about eulogies.
We'll just be standing around the
Oh,
Christian
just
Grundell
be
Memorial
sad.
bathroom and be like, Rainy will be like, "You never get the name of my podcast right," and we'll be like, "Yep." Cheers.
Twitch doesn't know about the Christian Grundell Memorial bathroom. but
Pour
we'll
one
tell
out
them.
a little bit into the toilet.
A little bit into the toilet.
I don't think
so
Sarah knows about
I don't
that
think any of us
So
know.
The joke is because I'm on the board at the library, because I am actually, believe it or not, a serious person with some serious responsibilities in the world, but one of which is being a board member at the library. So
The
I
other,
always
which is
joke-
getting a bathroom memorialized for his contribution.
I always joke because of the stuff I've donated a lot of RPGs and stuff to the library and board games, and I always joke like I don't want a wing or a collection. I just want the downstairs bathroom named after me. As the
I
Christian
think it is
Grundell
great.
Memorial Bathroom. Yeah. And we want it. So we came up with a sign that'll be like the Christian Grundell Memorial Bathroom, just with parentheses. He's still alive. He just wants it this.
Yeah,
And then
he's
when
not
actually-
dead. He just wants this. Then when he
He's
dies,
not
we just
dead.
cross out
And
the
then
he's
you
not
just-
dead part.
You just cross it off, but not even like with like scratch it off, just literally with like a permanent
one
marker.
strike
Just like
through.
put
He's
a
not
line
dead.
through it.
It's not through the whole thing. It's just the word "not."
He's
That's even better.
dead.
He is dead.
He's dead. He wanted this.
Yeah, it's just the dead and the not and the just. He's dead. He wanted this.
Yep.
So that's one of my
Oh my god, I'm
aspirations
gonna
in life.
glow forge it.
Please. Oh my god.
If you do, I will hang that up somewhere.
I'm gonna
in my
glow forge
house.
it. I'm
I
gonna hang it on the
absolutely will.
bathroom when we do the murder mystery. Anyone notices?
Christian, you need to hang it above your bathroom, but not like your main bathroom, like a secondary one, so
I
it'll
have a
take
downstairs
longer
one.
for Mandy to notice.
Yep. Yeah, I have a downstairs one.
Your poor
Oh,
wife. We love her so much.
Yeah, she suffers much.
He's
Just 20 years she's been suffering.
Aw.
This year, yeah.
Aw.
I don't
Aw.
know
So
why.
nice.
Yeah.
20 years together or married?
Married.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. It'll be 24 together. Maybe
Aww.
25. I don't know. After a while, it doesn't.
Yeah,
you like,
yeah.
I don't know,
Long-
whatever.
yeah.
becomes a blur.
Yeah.
I have to look at the plaque downstairs to remember how long I've been with my husband. I'm like, was
Right.
it 2016 or 17? Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
All right. What else?
No, not 16. 2006 or 2007.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah,
I
fuck.
didn't even question you on that.
Which decade even was it? It could. What is time?
Time doesn't exist.
It's hard
That's
because it was
weird,
also
too.
summer. Yeah. Summer. Sorry, go ahead. I'm trying to
No.
remember
That's all
No,
I got.
it was in October.
That's all I got.
when they first
It was in
dated.
October.
Yeah. when
I
they
just
first went on
nodded
their
along
date.
with Summer. I'm like, yes, it was.
No, no,
because it was
'cause
in
that's-
October. I'm like, Kent is in fact correct. I am
Yes.
wrong about the day
No,
of my
no.
anniversary.
Their first date, but like they
Oh
met
my god.
in
Nerds.
summer.
No,
Mm-mm.
they met.
During the school year,
While
Jimmy
we were-
Lee brought
yes.
me the CIP.
That's right.
Jess getting their time wrong.
Well, because I met him.
None of us know how long we've been together. One
Doesn't
of us
matter.
might
What
be a
dif-
cunning fetch. We don't know.
What difference does it make? Right? Yeah. Who cares? It's here. It's now. It is what it is. Talking about RuneQuest.
Yeah.
Something we've also been doing for a long time. So long we visibly aged while doing it. What the fuck?
I know.
Wow, yeah, we look vastly
Yeah,
different.
we
it's
looked
been
at our early
amazing.
videos and we were like, holy fuck, we look different.
Yeah,
Babies.
we were babies, and
I
it
had
wasn't that
It's
long.
been a hard
brown hair.
4 years.
It really has, though, when you think about it.
Hard 4 years.
It really
Crazy.
has.
Chris, you look fresh and new.
Yeah, Chris
You're
hasn't
shiny.
experienced that yet. Yeah, Chris's aging isn't out there for eternity to see on the internet.
Oh Lord!
Don't worry, Chris. I have old photos of you. You look horrible, like the rest
Oh
of us.
my God!
Don't worry. Yep, don't worry. Yep.
You two have had a hard 4 years, buddy. Don't worry.
I mean, don't forget, this past 4 years have just been shit.
Yeah, they really have.
Unrelenting.
It's been like it's like there's the
The before
Lenin.
times.
It's Lenin. Lenin, I think it's Lenin. Lenin has the quote where he says there are decades where nothing happens and weeks when decades happen. And the last 4 years have been like decades.
Fucking decades.
Yeah. Yes, they have. And the next 4 will probably be that too. But we're talking about RuneQuest, and who is going to talk about what happened last time we played?
Contrast, like brighter brights and darker darks.
Special guest, Kyle.
I know. Hey, Kyle.
I was like, that's so weird because Ken didn't turn, so I'm like, where is Kyle's voice coming from?
He is everywhere,
Nice.
actually.
Nice.
He is.
Nice.
Wow, it kind of looks like a Pokemon.
Hell yeah.
Ruby. It reminds me of Ruby.
You really need a bro to
Not
show
Ruby.
you minis too. It makes all the
Red
difference
Ruby.
in the world.
I see a lot of Christian's minis.
I was saying, and
Oh,
also
fair.
Christian and Jason
Yeah.
our other friend group, have become the mini bro.
But he doesn't really post as much. He doesn't paint as much anymore,
No,
which
but
is good for me because he always puts me to shame. So
you guys still yap about it all the time, though, which is
yeah,
good.
We do. Yes, we
It's
do.
bro
Yeah.
enrichment.
Yep.
It's like
I
whenever
saw a
I
great
can
meme
get Joe
today.
and Aaron in a room together, and I'm like, good, they need enrichment.
I saw a great meme today, which
Tell me if
was
you can hear me chewing gum
I'll
no,
let you
Yes.
know.
I can't hear
after I start.
you. Usually can't. It was RFK in the Warhammer store demanding to know where they made the autism.
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't listen to anything you said because I was so
Autism.
focused on Amber chewing gum. Damn
I
it.
can't hear him.
It's
I can't
okay.
hear him.
You're
Oh
good.
no, Chris's beans died. What the hell? That's
Oh,
awesome.
All
We're
shit.
way off track.
Like the
It's
queen?
7:30. We are cats. I'm hurting you. I'm the worst
Cats?
cat of all.
Previously
But-
on RuneQuest,
Thank you. Thank
the
you.
crew joined up with Jaranina and Aaronina
Yep.
to go hunt down some bandits who kidnapped some girls from a nearby village. We went into the haunted woods where it was very, very quiet and there appeared to be no animal life, which added spooky vibes, but there were some delicious berries. Eventually, we tracked the culprits to an abandoned, air temple, ancient air temple.
It's a combination.
Type thing.
There was
It's
a
a
fort.
fort.
There's a combo fort temple.
That was melted. The entire temple was covered in a sheen of dark
Obsidian.
glass looking shit. I wonder why. We talked briefly about tactics, and then the axe bandits were like, let's go fucking kill them all. And we were like, cool, that sounds good to me. It's an excellent tactic. And we stormed the fort, so to speak. When we got inside, we did not face the resistance we originally thought. Instead, there were some guys who were already dead. And we were like, oh shit. And we kind of walked through the corridors. It's a little bit maze-like in there. And the corridors kind of did some weird time-space distortion type things. And it got darker. And before we knew it, each of us were alone. In kind of an alternate reality or flashback type thing. Where we experienced some visions of the past, basically. And through those visions, in various bits and pieces that we all received, it was revealed that the fort used to host a community of people who were just living their normal, happy lives. There were parents and children learning new things, farming, just a nice community, not unlike the one that we came from. Before, it was beset upon by a dragon who melted the shit out of the community, the people, the fort, everything, razed it to the ground. This was the old Empire of Worms Friends incident. They were sort of just caught up they were behind the death line when the dragons decided to kill them all for misappropriating their power and their knowledge. We came out of that, and there was a spirit who used to be kind of an ancestral spirit of the community that had fallen there. She too was distorted with her grief and her long-term grief and rage and whatnot over the death of her community and the unburied bones of her children. We had a little heart-to-heart with her, where we sort of came to a deal here where we would we would come and we would help put to rest the spirits of her children and everything if she would allow us to live here and bring life back to the area. She agreed. We kind of found out there that a lot of us are descendants of her children in some way. This was a long time ago, and a little bit of their blood runs through us. So that worked for both of us. All of the dudes, they were driven crazy by this spirit and killed the shit out of each other. So the girls, although hungry and, like scared and caged, were relatively unharmed. And there was also this strange guy in one of these cages.
Yeah, and
we
Chris,
were like, let's get the kids out of here. Who the fuck are you?
I am completely normal man.
And Chris, I apologize. I don't know if I wrote down your character's name. Is it Kerr?
Like a dog.
Kerr. Okay, I wrote down Kerr Sambari, and I was like, what?
Yep. The Sambari guy who managed to convince us that, although a little weird, he was harmless. The girls vouched for him and that he talked the bandits out of harming them in the early days there before they started going crazy and killing themselves. So we're like, all right, if he defended the kids, like, that's good enough for us. Let this guy out of this cage. Took him and back to camp with us, along with the girls, and we brought them back to their communities in the morning. Talked a little bit with the new weird guy. It's weird, but he seems all right, and he's going to be traveling with us. So the more the merrier.
He seems
and he
all
knows
right.
he's buddies with
he seems weird, but we've
Ordrin.
already got one of those, and it worked out well. So
he's buddies with Ordrin. So, and we trust Ordrin's
that's
judgment.
Ordrin and
right.
him know each other from a long time ago. This guy apparently left their village to go become learned and has not been back since, but he is back now. And in theory, maybe he can write.
And read.
Imagine if he couldn't, he was just bullshitting us, like drawing just fucking random nonsense. Like, this is what this says, and we were like,
God,
yeah.
I played that
wish you had
once.
thought of that, Chris.
I played that once.
Oh, I'm about to say, they still don't know for sure. I mean, I could still
That's
fuck
right.
around with them.
In theory.
There's
Hey, I
no
know
way
some
to
of
know.
these letters.
Some letters?
I know some letters.
What sound does this one make?
Yeah, this is the sound when it's next to that other one. So he is gonna be traveling with us for a while, helping us stick it to the man. And basically we are starting preparations to move the Company of the Dragon into the new fort, reinforce it and stuff, and start making it into a base of operations. There's also some of our shadow jumpers, shadow leapers, shadow jumpers?
Shadow night jumpers.
Night jumpers. Some of our night jumper buds are posted up further up the road in Sambari lands, where it's kind of at the junction from some of the main cities, because there should be some lunar nobles coming by at some point, which could use some kidnapping and some extortion. So we're keeping our ear to the ground for that. And that is basically where we're left off, I think. I don't think I missed anything, I hope.
Nope, you got it all.
That's everything.
Nailed it.
Oh no, Arissa had a
Arissa had an
conversation with
intense
Shavisha.
conversation and disagreement with the dragon
Yeah.
about
yeah.
ethics and empathy and attachment.
Yeah. Arissa and Shavashak had a little bit of a
They're a little beef.
tiff.
And honestly, I think Arissa could have took him.
Okay. One of the last things we also talked about was Kymreese had
Doing his shamany stuff for the spirits.
has the means to do shamany stuff with the spirits to kind of
Yeah, because Arissa
put
straight
things
up
to rest.
volunteered him like, hey,
Mhm.
my boyfriend knows the place between life and death. I can help you.
Volunteered.
So I don't remember exactly how we left. How did we exactly leave off last time? That's what I'm trying to remember. Like right where we cut off. It was kind of like that moment he had with Sensilva, right?
I was gonna say we had just
Yeah, we have
gone
not
back
actually
to
moved in, but we
Sensilva.
talked about what we're going to have to do.
Yep.
We wanted
so
to
we'll say-
confirm because we
we'll
have a
s-
dragon wider.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
she was
her
cool
and
with the
Shavashak
dragon.
had to talk.
Whatever they said
Mhm.
between
Yeah.
them.
Go and talk to her, be like, "Hey, we have a dragon." And
We were like,
she was
full disclosure.
Okay. She was
We
like,
have a dragon.
"That wasn't that dragon."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which was big of her.
It was big of her.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll say we're going to pick up the morning after that. So you guys went back to camp. I'm going to say, Arissa, you wake up
Yeah.
to the sound. Well, let me ask you a question. Where does Kymreese sleep?
Probably next to in a bush next to Discar's tent.
It's wherever Kymries wants. Orisa always has space for him in her tent, but never expects him to be there because
He's nomadic.
Sometimes he'll just be like, "No, I really needed to sleep in this tree tonight," and she'd just be like, "Okay, just make sure you get down safely, sweetheart."
He's like, "This horse is lonely. I'm gonna spend the night with him." Just sleeping on a horse.
I feel like oftentimes he also slept by the main community fire too.
Yeah,
he
did do that
under a bench.
Yep.
So she basically
it's very warm because it's early summer now. So yeah.
What'd you say, Chris?
Is he like a cat or something? He's just gonna.
He's the community. He's the beloved community oddball, and everybody sort of looks after him, and he sort of roams from person to person.
He's a cat.
He's a cat.
He is cat-like.
He's very cat-like.
Sometimes you find him, and he's just sleeping curled up with Nightclaw in a little croissant. He does a little biscuit thing.
You wake up to him talking. He didn't sleep in your tent. It's getting warmer now. It's right at the cusp of end of sea season, beginning of fire season. So warmer nights. You slept. It was a little muggy last night, so you slept with your tent open. And he was outside. But you wake up to him talking outside, and it sounds like a very one-sided conversation. But he's speaking dragon.
She kind of just sits up, processes, leans out, and tries to look and see what's going on.
He is seated crisscross applesauce. I'm sure there's a shaman term for that, but which is crisscross applesauce, and he's just you can tell deep in meditation because you're used to seeing him this way. He's beginning to teach you some of those breaths, so you recognize that he must have been using the no breath, which helps you meditate, and just speaking dragon.
Okay. Did she see his fetch anywhere?
Nope.
No. Okay.
So he's not off. He's not off in the spirit world.
So she'll just kind of go out and sit next to him and just place her hand on his knee so he knows that she's there, but is not going to interrupt. And she's just listening.
Okay. You cannot, in fact, understand dragon.
Yeah, I know.
But you get the impression he's probably talking Shavashak.
Do I get any tonal indicators?
It's so hard to tell because he's just hissing and growling and
Hissing and growling. Ooh.
Confused, a little impressed, very curious. But again, she's like, I'm not interrupting this. He knows I'm here.
After a while, he not very long, he kind of opens an eye and looks at you. And then kind of whatever he was doing ends. And he says, oh, hello, Orisa. I'm sorry. I was just communicating with our friend.
You're all right. I didn't want to interrupt you. I just wanted to make sure everything was okay.
Oh, we were just discussing things.
Anything.
The nature of life and death and cycles.
What do you mean?
Cycles. Seasons. Lives. Ages. Cycles.
True. What brought this conversation on in particular?
Oh, it's just some experiences that I had while I was away from you.
Anything you want to talk about?
I found a place, a ruin on a stream, and I met someone there. Although he'll be very different now, but he was a dragon newt. He had been waiting for many lifetimes for someone to come, and he taught me some things about the seasons and cycles and runes, but also in doing so, I learned some of their language.
And that's what you were speaking just now?
Yes.
Fascinating. Guess I hadn't even thought about it being a spoken aloud language. I'm so used to Shavashak just being in our heads.
He is very happy to speak his own language with someone.
Good.
And I am
Glad.
happy to have the practice.
Good.
But I need your help today to collect some herbs.
Oh, of course. She's like, yes.
I'm going to have to appease the spirits. It'll take a while. And I'll need you to help me with some things.
Of course, anything.
Okay. Don't let me forget to eat.
You know I never do.
All right. So he brings you, he tells you what you're looking for, what he's looking for in particular. And if you want to make a plant lore roll,
Yeah.
just to give you a way to get some of those checks.
Open up these dice. Nope, that's an 8. There we go. Alright, what did it do? Oh, that's definitely a success. I just want to double check. Plant lore. There's no checkbox next to plant lore.
Oh, you know what? I don't think you can. I think you have to actually
Has to be
learn it.
trained, right? Yeah.
Either way, I succeeded.
Which is silly
Fine.
because people usually learn about plants by eating small amounts and finding out which ones make them feel terrible.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're
Or
like, well, I
just
put
giving
this
it-
one on my lip and it swelled up the size of a grapefruit, so poison.
Yeah, but
Or just
I
giving it
think
to someone
most.
you don't like.
I was
right?
gonna say,
Yeah.
I think most
Here.
people would
Observe.
agree.
Birds.
That's probably not the best way to learn.
Okay,
It's the most
you
time-use
find
way
you
to learn.
find the
It's always
things
the
that
best way to learn in Skyrim.
you find the things that he was looking for, and you help out with him. Does anybody have anything else they want to do?
This is in the morning.
Yeah.
Not before we start. Just pack up and get ready to start, like, moving camp toward the...
Okay. Fair enough.
We don't need to roleplay this, but I think since Bryn failed her last holy day, she's somewhat regularly trying to give offerings to Vinga.
Sure. I guess you probably have like a little statue,
Make up for it.
and you're just
Trying to understand maybe what has
Like,
changed
what I
or
do wrong.
what's
Do you
gone
want me
wrong.
to kill Rue? Do you want me to kill him?
You know.
show me who to smite, and they shall be smoten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, that's fair. Rue, you're getting the camp ready. Des, what are you doing?
Also getting camp ready. Yeah.
We're lifting heavy stuff.
Breaking down the tents. Yeah, that sort of stuff. Making sure particularly you're probably really good at making sure the camp was like someone who came through would have a hard time knowing there had been a camp.
Yes. Erase
Mm.
signs, bury the
Yep.
campfire, resprinkle
Exactly.
needles, that sort of
That
stuff.
sort of stuff. Yep.
Yep.
Kerr, what are you up to?
I'm supervising.
Excellent.
Yep.
Okay. So with that, I'm going to say that you break camp. Arissa, it takes you a while to get everything. But even on your way, what are you guys going to do? Head up towards the fortress?
Yeah,
No,
better
we're
go
moving
right
in.
to the... Yeah, we're moving in. We're
Oh,
moving
you're
in.
moving. Kyrie says you can't move in yet.
God
Oh,
damn,
did
we're
he?
moving to the outskirts.
That's fair. You can go in the valley,
'Cause-
but you can't go in
Oh,
yet.
he hasn't finished with like.
Hasn't done
Yeah,
his thing
we
yet.
should be a
Spirits.
part of that though. The whole community should pay respects to the dead. So
Which is 100% going to happen, but he needs to start.
Yeah,
And
gotcha.
So
Oh, yeah,
what
that's right.
happens is over the next, unless anyone has anything particular they need to do, over the next couple of weeks, it takes a while, Kamris begins performing rituals. And there are times, Arissa, where you're very worried about him because he's like in the spirit world for a very long period of time. And then he just tells you he's guiding spirits home. The ones who are lost, who are trapped there, he's guiding them to where they need to go to Orlance Halls or to Arnalda's home with his Zaloom house in Orlandstead. But he also engages everybody in the community in using some of those sacred herbs and burning them and kind of like things that are pleasing to the spirits. And also, more importantly, you all have rituals that you would perform when you lived in a normal home, because you've been living in the road for a while. But everybody pretty much had, the Hearthfire was sacred. And you had your own little statues of the gods that you may or may not have been in a cult with, but you also had like little ancestral ones. And you had, when you did your prayers, things you would do, like pour one out for your ancestors and stuff like that. Yeah, pour one out for the homies. So kind of the same thing. He engages all of you in rituals to remember not only your own ancestors, but these ones as well. So just different things that would be pleasing. Leaving out food and offerings of alcohol and things like that. Telling stories. So he asks a lot of you to talk about, or he starts and tries to tell stories about like Hjort and Vinget and the founders of the Hortling people, and tales from the Great Darkness and things like that. That these people apparently came here in the Great Darkness is the idea that you got. While the sun was dead, this is when they started living here. So you.
Well, the sun was dead. Eyes shifty
stories.
in both Orlanth and Telmore.
It's fine.
Who could have done that? And the answer is pretty much everybody. That guy was really annoying.
we're all over here doing for the approval of the Midnight Society.
So he engages you in all of that, and it takes, like I said, it's a big fortress. In between that, he also has you cleaning it up, because it has, Sensilva has kept it free of undergrowth by and large, but it's still kind of dirty. So you guys are engaging in rebuilding to some degree, cleaning it out. There are parts where the roofs have collapsed in, so you kind of cut your timber and put that stuff up and rethatch roofs and things like that.
Dig a well or two, maybe.
There's a well already there, but I don't know what you need to do to fix it. It's just a well. I mean, it's been there, and there's a well in the fort.
Okay. Damn, probably pull all the junk out of it. Yeah,
probably
dig it.
Yeah, just kind of redig it basically to get it kind of fixed up and spiffy. That takes you all, I'm going to say, a couple weeks of effort.
I think
so
also,
if there's anything any of you need to do during that couple of weeks.
Start planning our wedding.
Yeah. I think also Bryn is really curious about kind of being around Sensilva and her kind of grieving process, and the process of her kind of letting go of her people and kind of grieving them and kind of honoring them. And she's really curious about that. So I think she stays pretty close to Sensilva across the weeks and kind of helps her as much as she can, but also just observe, around to observe.
Tends to just be observing.
Okay.
Does she stay physically manifested, or is she invisible a lot?
Not all the time. She's invisible a lot. When Kymrese leads rituals, she manifests. And again, Kymrese has informed you guys that everything that's being done here is to help people, help the spirits that were trapped here, kind of help to heal the trauma that occurred here, and to just properly honor them. Because the main thing was that they were never properly remembered or honored for what they had done.
Because all of them were killed, so no one buried them, no one grieved them,
there was nobody to tell
told their songs.
So they were just lost to history. And that's absolutely what Kymrese says, is when there's a blockage there where your story is never told, and it just kind of creates an attachment, for lack of a better word, of the spirit to kind of linger here rather than moving on.
It's I don't remember where the I'm sure it's a reference to something, but it's the first time you die is when your body dies. The second time you die is when
last time your name is spoken.
Yeah.
Correct. Yep. Correct. Yeah. So that's pretty much what he's explaining.
Does wildlife start to move back into the surrounding woods?
Yes.
For 3 weeks? Okay, I was going to say, because it's going to be real hard to feed people without game.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So you see first birds, and then you start to see rabbits and ground things and squirrels, and then gradually bigger.
I think in early days, Discar and Rube probably go out pretty far a lot to try to find food.
Yes. which you're able to. You do hear also from your night jumper buddies and just some scouts that you keep out. And like, I know you would talk about sending people occasionally down to the inns just to kind of like keep an ear on things. So you do hear that there have been like lunar forces sent north looking for you guys.
North?
Yeah, because everything that you did was down south.
Yeah.
Of where you are right now.
Oh, so some of those southern troops, specifically from the area we were fucking around.
Oh, you mean from like near the wall?
To try to find us. Yeah.
Yes. Down. Yeah.
From
down.
Whitewall. Yeah.
Oh,
From Whitewall.
okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Have been
Good.
sent north,
Send them to us.
looking
It
for
will
you.
save me the trouble of hunting them down.
And have been unable to find you.
Yeah. Right. Fair.
Yep. And you also hear rumors of further in northern Sartar, Black Riders have been spotted.
Oh shit! Lilia's dad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But wrong direction.
Good.
For
Does
now.
she look nervous about that? Does she look all right?
Depends on if you tell her.
Yeah, she deserves to know.
She's not happy about it, but kind of is what it is.
We'll just reassure her, you're one of us now. Like, we all stay hidden together until it's time to strike.
Right. No word of any nobles yet heading down into the Dundalos lands. They are starting to have like settlers come into the Dundalos. Chris, just for reference, because you might not know this, and like you're lost. So some of the
Chris,
lands
like, these are a lot of
nearby-
words and sounds.
Yeah. He's like, oh
Yep.
yeah, okay, the Dundalos.
That's
absolutely.
still me after like 2 or 3 years of this game.
Yeah.
They were a tribe that were just, the Lunar Empire took over Sartar. One of the things they did was one of the tribes of the Dundalos, they were just like, get the fuck out of your land, and just yeeted them out of their land. And now they're building this huge temple there. Okay, big temple complex.
They're like, get out of your sacred land. We need to build a church.
Correct.
Exactly.
And they're beginning to move their own settlers in there now to
Colonialism.
correct.
Gotcha.
But one of the reasons you are told that there probably aren't any of those nobles heading around yet is that the summer solstice is very close by, and that is a major holiday to Yelm, and they tend to stick around and celebrate that.
Fucking Yelm.
Wait,
Yeah.
the Lunars are cozy with Yelm?
Of course they are.
Fucking, of course they would be.
Fucking
Yep.
Yelm.
Yeah.
They're like,
Fucking
who's the
nerds.
biggest loser outside of our pantheon? Yelm sold.
Jeez.
The sun is a dick in every culture everywhere.
But as it comes to pass, the summer solstice is the time that Kymri says is the time to
Move in
fully
day.
move in.
Move in day.
And so that winds up being a big day of moving in. Everybody moves in. He needs your help to bring in a lot of those sacred herbs and things like that you've been drying, and kind of like smudge the place, for lack of a better word, one last time. And throughout the day, there are sacred dances and rituals that are performed by the Ornalda priestesses. And as the fires are lit
Hearthfires.
in each
Mahome.
home, they are
Mahome,
blessed.
right,
So the
yeah.
first, the Hearthfires from Mahome are blessed.
Carissa
And,
definitely
yes.
gets emotional about that because her sister is or plans to be an initiate in the cult of Mahomey, so she's just like, my sister's
She's
not
probably
here.
there assisting, like.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know if her
100%.
sister's here. So
No, she's
Probably
not.
too little.
Oh, that's
She's
right.
at the villages.
She's
Well,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
little.
Yeah.
Christian and I realized she sort of is turning 16 this year.
Yes, she
She's
is.
a year younger than Arissa.
Initiation.
Yep.
I will say that this place is big enough to move those
Same.
people over here if you wanted to.
Oh,
Ooh.
Arissa could take her family back.
What?
Mhm.
That is tricky. That is a hard
Yeah.
choice right there.
Such a toss up.
I feel like we should.
Is it though?
It's tricky.
Because
Is
like
it a toss up? Yeah.
we have shelter and bodies to protect the wall. Like we
It's
have
hard
a
to say,
place
but
that
we're
is
going to
safe.
definitely be drawing more aggro than they are where they are. So
Yeah.
It's hard to say. Then again, there's nothing stopping the Lunars if they get really pissed from finding our nearest relations that are dispersed throughout the other tribes and being like hostages or tell us where they went. So there's also that.
They do have a history of doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So something to think of. Also, a lot of time has been spent fixing up the Temple of Ronalda, which is underneath that in that central courtyard.
Oh, so that was going to be
fixing up the open air part of Orlanth, which that's something you could have done too. Like Lonson has been working on that pretty nonstop, fixing up the Orlanth area and cleaning it up, and really like there's that. It was a like a tile mosaic floor that was Orlanth and Ronalda kind of like dancing with the dragon around them, kind of just like fixing that up and cleaning it up and everything. So if that's something you want to have participated in the last couple of weeks, Bryn, that's 100% something you could have been doing.
Yeah, sure. That was exactly my question, though. Is the underground like?
It's a secret. You're not allowed in there, Megan.
So you're not going in.
So only Arnold.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
That was an out of game question. That wasn't like.
It goes underground. That's
is it like riddle? It's like Riddle-esque, right? Like the inside of that part of the temple is secret.
I wouldn't go so far to say it's Riddle-esque. But it's a secret. Yeah, it's in the fact that the riddle was a secret. This is also a secret. So yes.
Okay, so only like the priestesses go down there.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Secret tunnels.
Gotcha.
Secret tunnels. Arissa is also spending a lot of her time in because you said I was able to find the area from the vision where the herb kind of garden thing was, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Spending a lot of their time just fixing that up and trying to replant, and had also definitely asked Kymreese to like kind of ask the spirits like, hey, what grows well here, so we can continue to honor that lineage. And
absolutely, you are given that information, and you know that you could turn this into a really nice little hospital with a little bit of work.
That is the goal as the resident white lady.
Yep. I'll say, Bryn, too, this is the last day you're getting all these things ready. So as this festival is going on, as the plan is, the end of this, you're going to have a party, right? You're going to move in, you have a nice party, and a kind of a festival. But as you're doing this, you're working on the Orlanth Temple and getting it straightened out. Mm-hmm. There's a statue of Orlanth a little bit. You're kind of setting
doing
up.
Some sacrifices.
Someone carved like a nice wooden oak. Oak is a nice wooden thing that's used for Orlanth because of lightning and all that stuff.
Oh, specifically, gotcha.
Especially if you can get a lightning struck oak, that's like. But you weren't able to get one of them. But a nice oak statue was carved from to like kind of put in here as a new one, and you're like moving it into place with Lonson, and you hear singing, just like humming. You recognize it as a very old kind of like mother's lullaby that they would sing to a child. Mm-hmm. But you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I mean, do I recognize, I look around, do I recognize?
Yeah, Jorna is doing some work and just kind of singing to herself.
I take it we haven't heard her singing or humming to herself in a long, long time.
Not in over a year.
Bryn just smiles.
Monson looks at her and looks at you and smiles.
Yeah, Bryn just smiles too, and she exchanges a look with Lonson and keeps all working together.
Lonson says, I haven't heard that in too long.
Yeah.
Come on, help me move this.
Is it too soon to tell her to go over there and tell her it's pretty? But then Aranina and Lonson, fuck, our ships!
There's no reason that it can't be all three of them.
True.
I'm just saying.
This is true.
Orlanth has nothing against thruples.
This is true. Kerr, what have you been up to?
Well,
you did want your home kept as is, your cage, but that was in the middle of the
We're
area.
like, we have to move it out of the courtyard though, so it's in one of the little rooms.
Why did you move it out of there?
Because that's where holy rites to Orlanth will be conducted, and also service rites to Ronalda.
And it's just like kind of in the way, where people walk and stuff.
And?
Put him in the outer ring somewhere. Like
Well,
14.
Yeah.
well, no, I
You're
mean,
gonna let him be in the
No.
main ring.
we can ask him where he.
Well, I
would
feel like the
to
main ring
be.
should be our more vulnerable community members, so like people with children and stuff like that.
That's a good point.
Why
Let me see where-
would we put him in the back though? Because he's a philosopher.
You put him in the front so he dies first.
'Cause he's a
Just no, he's just in the outer ring because he's not in the inner ring. That's why.
Yeah, but you put him also in like the back.
I picked 14 because it was tiny.
Put
Listen,
him in the closet.
listen.
He
Wait,
was
5 is even tinier. Put him in 5.
okay.
Can my
He's-
bed fit in there?
He's
I think
been,
4 is smaller.
technically he was here first, and
damn
he's
it.
been captured
He
here
wants
for
to
a
stay
long
in a cage.
time.
He needs limited space.
I feel
4.
as though he
Oh, wait,
should get
27's
some
weird looking.
say in where he lives.
27's weird looking. Yeah, 27's fucked up. Shit.
Oh,
I do like the most awkward one. Ooh,
Okay.
40. Oh, that's 40.
that would be
Ooh,
27 or 8, I would say.
8 looks like it is going to be premium real estate. Honestly, that's almost like
8
it's
looks
got like
nice.
that's a 2-room
It's like a hallway
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not a 2-room. It's like a little hallway.
it's got a living room and a bedroom.
That is the banging room. Thank you very much. You can look into it and not directly see into it.
Oh, is that like a shared space situation?
You book it.
The honeymoon suite.
Oh god.
Where the newlyweds go?
Heart-shaped bed.
Yes,
Yeah.
put me in 17.
8.
Not yet. Soon. We should decide when we're going to get married, though.
We should pick an 8.
Herds.
Yeah, it should be sooner before I change my mind.
Yes, it should be actually tomorrow.
No, we should celebrate
Oh.
settling in and our people being comfortable. And
Oh,
stuff.
and
then
do we
You two are getting married?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why, congratulations.
Thank you, Kerr.
How did you two meet and find
We-
each other?
We grew up in
We-
the same village, so we've known each other our whole lives. It took us a while, though, before we were together.
That's lovely.
Thank you.
You're invited to the wedding.
Yes.
Brennan's like, uninvite him. I know this weird about a wedding.
That's what I was kind of doing. I was just kind of standing there, just waiting for,
Yeah,
well,
we'll have drinks.
congratulations.
Open bar.
Yeah, Bryn will just hard stare at Rue now.
Oh, this is lovely. And when will the wedding be?
We haven't quite settled on a date, but soon, probably this season.
I look forward to it. As
He's
I
gonna give
squeeze
her
into my
hand
leg.
a kiss.
Aw.
I will have to find a gift for you two.
You don't have to, but
Just your
Thank you.
presence
Oh,
is more than
I
enough.
Oh god.
Yes.
What is this?
All we need. You don't even need to come, really. It's.
Oh, no. It's too late. I'm like a vampire. I've already been invited in. It's too late.
Bryn's gonna push Rue down the well. Like, why did you do that? Oh!
Yes, what have you been up to this time? Probably picking a home, possibly for you. Well, actually, no, because
You and your wife, your first home together?
Ezrala is probably very busy with the blessing
Oh,
of
the
other
shrine?
people's homes.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
blessing other people's homes.
The
that's good.
I do think the moving in
I see, it's a shrine.
and the lighting of the different hearths and whatnot. For Des would be trying to help with that too. Like if they need to be built up a little bit, if more stone needs to be brought
He's doing
in,
masonry.
he's
Sure.
doing heavy lifting.
I'm
Carrying the
by and by and
firewood.
large,
Oh,
a lot of
Hardmark
the-
actually probably needs help getting forge shit set up. That's heavy.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what it is.
Yep.
So you can't help actually set up the forge because that's
Yep.
sacred.
Yep.
That's part
Help
of the
move
Dustman
material
cult.
and stuff.
But you definitely can help him set up the he needs some heavy stones and stuff brought in because
Mhm.
you melt the bronze and
Anvil
you pour it into
shit.
like a sand cast, and then you like sharpen it. So he's you're helping him like set that up, and he's eventually going to set
Pounding
up
spikes into the walls to hang shit from and
Yeah,
stuff.
that sort of stuff you're doing, absolutely. And while you're doing that, Afar is kind of like flitting around and like also prettying the place
Homing.
up simultaneously.
Yes.
Yeah, homing it. Yeah,
Making it a homie, yeah.
Homemaker
you're
queen.
making it like you're making it a smithy,
Yep.
and she's making it a home.
Yep. It's just like
Yeah.
pound stake in wall to hang armor
At
piece,
first, like, wow.
garland.
Exactly, it's like
Beautiful
garland
ornate
just
vase.
hung up.
Like,
These are like our first really hearths since home, right? Like this is the
Yep.
first
Yep.
outside
Yes.
one.
This
They-
has been over a year.
Yeah.
You've
Honestly,
had an actual home.
Yeah.
we probably like cheer on and celebrate like every single one. It's like such a
Absolutely.
big deal.
Absolutely.
This I feel like for Des, this is like a big thing because like especially because we all had to like do the ceremony to put out
put
our
fires, yeah.
hearths. The relighting of new ones is, I can't say like not nostalgic because like I
It's emotional.
It's emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And think about the first, like you're seeing Ordrin and his family have their first hearth and home ever.
Mhm.
Yeah, this baby's been
Right.
on the run basically since the
Yeah.
moment it was born, and now
Yeah,
this
born
child's
in a
gonna get
lunar
to sleep
slave
beneath the roof.
plantation, and now it's going to have its own home with a roof.
Yep.
Right.
Fuck
So,
it, we're
yeah.
building a bassinet for the baby.
So like this is my other like Des is all for bringing everyone here
Mhm.
because we already have families with us.
Makes sense.
Well, yeah.
Why can't we have like our because Des's family isn't here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you
we
have
can
some time
definitely
to think
invite
about
them,
that.
or like
Yeah.
if it's
Make
the
it an
setup takes a
individual
while, we could
choice,
go out
right?
there and show up at different villages and be like, anybody want to come?
Quietly, discreetly, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slowly bringing everyone back.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not a mass exodus because people will notice that shit.
Mm.
And like being on the road and traveling, you know.
And there will be some bigger traveling. This is the summer solstice. In another 2.5 weeks, there's the Feast of Sartar, which is the Founders Feast, which is a big kind of like 4th of July kind of celebration too. So there are some people will be traveling. So if you wanted to like sneak
Help
some
blend
through,
them in, yeah.
yeah, you can probably do that at that point in time. And then there's a big, you should know this, Orlanth Rex holiday coming up. Orlanth Rex is the king version of the god Orlanth. That's coming up soon too. It's the week after the founding of Saltron.
Yeah.
But all right, so the day goes by, and eventually the priestesses go downstairs to reconsecrate the Earth Temple. Bryn, you and the warriors kind of have to clear out the non-Orlanth people to perform your own rituals to reconsecrate that center courtyard, which is open to the sky. Everything that's a blue dotted line around here is open to the sky. Everything that isn't is
So
covered.
the smithy's
all those-
probably in the inner ring actually for ventilation.
Possibly.
In the
I was thinking
inner
it
ring.
possibly could be. It could be on the
No.
outer ring because I
Yeah.
think a good place for it would
John
be.
in chat was saying the blue dotted line indicates the areas to open sky, middle,
Yep.
and a teeny sliver between the first and second rings
Yeah, there's like
are
a
open
ramp
to the
up.
sky.
Oh, a sliver.
Second
Okay,
ring.
gotcha. So
Yeah.
the shelters themselves. are
Yeah,
somewhere
I was
roofed.
looking.
Okay, gotcha.
I was because especially because you need a lot of room for that. So I was thinking it was
I
one
think
of the bigger.
26.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
26.
26.
Yeah.
26, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
probably
was-
26, and they
Or
might live
16.
in 27. Yeah, or 16.
16's too
Yeah.
in the middle of things, though. I feel like it would
Yeah.
need to be 26 to easily move things kind of in and out and stuff.
For like
Yeah.
I would think like the smithy would be like 33 or 38.
33 or 38. Where?
In, like, the
38,
center.
Yeah, 38 is pretty
Oh.
open, and they might live next to it too. That's the
Yeah.
other thing.
I feel like it shouldn't be inner ring, though. I feel like it should be outer ring.
It could be. It's harder to steal shit from the smithy if it's inside.
Yeah.
50-50. We don't need to know specifically.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
One of
I'm
the
gonna
big
break this
ones.
open. I'm going to talk about, before we get into the feast, I'm going to talk about improvements and what you guys might want to focus on.
Yeah.
Because there's an improvement section. And the idea
Oh, yeah,
is...
Is it? I'm gonna post this on post the version we are looking at with the numbers in the Discord, because John points out that chat can't see the version with the numbers.
They have a different version.
We're
yeah.
like numbers.
They're like,
So
what are you talking
We're
about?
like,
I am gonna save this. I'm gonna post this in the RuneQuest section of the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be already there, actually.
Yeah, it's already in the Discord for sure.
no, also go see our
Then
Discord.
I'll go double check, do a little scrolly scroll.
You maybe pin it.
Yeah, I just gotta find it first. Ah, here we go. Yep, I found John's original post, so I am hitting that, and I'm just gonna...
Oh, yep. There they are. And there's a couple of extra ones over there too.
Yeah. There we go. It's pinned in the RuneQuest channel for anyone who wants to see what we are talking about.
Oh, and this
So-
one, there's also a
Handy
couple
from
of ones
Declaim
where it
rooms,
says,
yeah.
has like
So-
overlays, where
Yeah.
like there's tunnels and whatnot.
Yep. So some ideas. You've got some living space for you guys already. There was a broken dragon newt gate in that central courtyard.
That's right.
Yes,
a flint.
we have to start
Yeah.
building
Have
that
flint.
It was a
immediately.
flint.
We need that.
So the smithy, everything you want to do takes manpower and
Mhm.
time. All right. So for instance, the red smithy, it's like Harvar can get it kind of like barely functioning where it can kind of repair your stuff. But if you want a full functioning red smithy, that'll take a season. So you'll have it by Earth season, fall, and it'll take 1 point of community strength or con. So basically, like you'll have to dedicate a couple guys, like 10 or 15 people to help them. Basically, same thing. The Dragon Newt Gate
Yeah, the Dragon Newt Gate and the Smithy are the highest priorities, I think.
will be done. It takes. So it says 3 seasons, but it would be ready the 3rd season. So it would be ready in dark season.
We should start working
Okay.
on that immediately.
So those are things. The hospital would be, which would also double as a shrine to Shalana Arroy, would take a season. So
Now, these things that we
if-
can only have one project at a time, sort of
No,
thing, or we
I'm
can,
going to say
okay.
you can have all of those going
as long as we have
but
the
you're not
manpower
gonna
to put
have-
on each of
You're
them.
not going to have your full raiding party potential if you've got those people working on them. So I'm going to say
Gotcha.
if you're doing all of them at once, which is probably a really good idea. If you really
Yeah.
needed to go out and fight, you probably have like 15 to 30 actual like available people to do it.
Soldiers.
And that would probably take away from people just doing the stuff like hunting and like making sure there are
Mhm.
stuff here too. Right.
Mhm.
So something to think about. You're probably not going to be able to do any major raids in the summer if you're doing that.
It's okay if we can kidnap some nobles.
Yeah.
That'll tide us over a bit.
Well, they tend to be well guarded, so that's something. But yeah, all right.
We can be
Keep an eye
sneaky.
out. True.
At some point during the everyone figuring out where their homes are and all of that, Arissa very sheepishly asks Kymreese if he would like to share a home with her, and they could make their own little place.
What would Kymreese say to that, Amber? I need a weird Kymreesism.
I think he would love to. I don't know.
I think-
I don't have a
he would
chimerism,
definitely
but I
want
think
to.
he would love to. Yeah.
All right. He says something vague about the elements and how he would love to.
He would probably
Do that
say
with
something
you.
about never really having had a home before, but he would like to try.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Because
perfect.
his
There
home
you
with
go.
his father was, not
Yes.
quite.
Yeah.
Mm,
Perfect. All right.
that's a good one.
So projects. We're going to do the hospital,
Yes.
Flint,
smithy,
Smithy, yes.
and gate.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that'll be ready in dark season. Okay. Perfect.
Does Irenina
You-
want to be my neighbor again?
Do you ask her?
Yes.
She's like, fuck yeah.
Does
Who else am I going to share beer with?
All right.
Listen, though. I know you and Bryn, I'm just going to say you got to keep it down. Okay.
It's my turn to keep you up on a weeknight.
She laughs and punches you.
where we go?
Bryn's not here. Yes.
Getting that Aranina street cred.
Yeah, he low-key feels like really special being bros with him.
I mean, you should.
He's like, yes.
You should.
Do it.
Rue has literally positioned him so that he is engaged to one of the most dangerous women in the tribe and best friends with the other most dangerous woman in the tribe.
And he did it all by making good sandwiches.
This man chugs his respect woman juice daily.
Yeah, his mom is one of the highest priestesses of Ernald. Lonson was one of his most integral trainers. He's like, didn't have a dad. The women made up for it in spades now.
So, throughout the afternoon, you all managed to get moved in. Your homes are blessed by traveling priestesses. Basically, it's Liv and Ezrala leading Morganeth around. Ezrala has some, I want to say like willow branches or something like that she basically is like blessing like the hearth with, and then Liv or Ezrala like lights the fire and says a little prayer over it, and that's like pretty much like you're good, you're golden.
Oh man, this is our first home too. Like our first like
Rose like doing
home.
And it is taking every ounce of serious in him to be properly reverent during the lighting of his hearth ceremony with his fiance. He's like
Liv is the one who lights that for you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
yes.
Mom.
Aww.
Once that's all done, the final thing to do.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Is Shavashak obscures the fortress.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Making sure that only y'all can find it.
Shit. Okay, Kent. I changed my
We
mind.
should move the others,
Yes.
Secret fortress.
All right, cousin.
Another thing we can do in the weeks leading up to the solstice when Primus is doing his initial preparations is like scout the mountains and stuff and try to work out some like hidden trails and things for escape.
Sure.
That would be very much
very high. But I will say, roll me a survival check.
Yeah, try to map out
Let's
some
see how
good
you're doing.
escape trails that people can learn.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yes, if you're doing this, you can roll too.
Trying to open my dice box.
Or anyone else who wants to help can roll a survival check if they have it.
And I am going to augment this because this feels important.
I don't know shit about.
I know. I was like, I'll leave this to the woodsy people. I'll build temple stuff.
Yeah. You and I have other shit going on.
Ceremony stuff.
Yeah,
I'm going to augment with harmony because this is for the safety of my community.
Sure.
Aw, that's wonderful.
All right. Regular success on the augment. And it's a good thing I did that because I would have failed without it. But I got a regular success on the survival with the augment.
Yeah, check it.
Oof.
Des, how you doing?
So because this is the first, like he's getting his family back together, he's going to, I'm going to augment with my love for the Bearfall instead.
Sure.
Uh-oh. You don't love them that much, apparently.
I rolled a
Did you just
90
wait for-
out of 81.
Okay, so that's at least.
So
not
what you
8.
find while scouting is bees.
They're here, too!
That was
We're
my
actually
That was
moved
my
in!
augment. There are bees that are our neighbors.
I know, you find them. They are none too pleased.
Nope.
You're like, not that way.
I gotta. My nice and pretty dice have not been kind to me the last few times I've rolled them, so they are going away.
Sorry, I got a trail. You got a not trail. Like, this is where you lead the enemies with a small group. This is where we lead the community escaping.
Well, I still gotta roll for my survival.
Oh, yep, that was an augment.
Yep. So what is that? A failure on augment is minus first skill is 20%.
Minus 20?
Hold on. I think.
Or is that only if it's a bad fail?
Yeah, I think it might be only if it's a real bad one. Hold on a minute. Let me just see. Where is it? Augments. Failure. -10.
Oh,
And-
okay.
I
Yeah.
pass.
Woo!
Okay.
I rolled an
You-
18.
You get very kind of so check your skill anyway. But you
Yep.
you kind of distracted thinking about how excited you are to
Yep.
have a home again.
Mm.
So you're not paying the best attention. But I will say, Rue, you
Bees.
managed to find some decent pathways that kind of over through the hills and mountains down towards the woods around the wasp people,
Okay.
which would be back where the way you were, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Des, you find trails leading the other direction.
Okay.
They're not very big trails. People going by them, down them, would have to go one single file. All right.
Mhm.
But they come out on the other side of the Stormwalk Mountains, looking down over the Dundelos lands, Prax, and the Lunar Construction Project.
Ooh. Okay.
Mm.
Because
Can
you're
he
not that far away
Yeah.
from
Can
them.
he see anything
Yeah.
from there?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
You can see it. You can see it. They're starting to build. You can see
What do you
it's
think?
at the point that it's in now. They're really just starting to lay stone foundations for things.
foundation.
Yeah,
But they've
They have
cleared
they
out
have
the
a-
area and stuff.
They've cleared out an area. They have a wooden palisade around it.
Yeah.
It is the size of a town.
Here.
Holy
basically,
shit! Do I
'cause
have
it's a
the? I
huge
do. I
construction
have the
project.
telescope.
Yeah, you have the bird ear. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
the bird eyes. Yeah. If you go up there, this is what you can see.
So
yeah, I'll
I have-
definitely go up there with once we reconvene and stuff. I'll go up there with Des and we'll take a look and
They're beginning to lay stone foundations. It is surrounded by a wooden palisade, and it is basically like a tent town.
head down.
Yeah, with some wooden structures
Okay,
too, like where you think
there's
probably
that.
more important people probably live in them.
Yep.
It is. You see troops. It is very well guarded. See
How
pla- you
number
see-
wise?
Yeah,
how
I was gonna say, how
many-ish?
heavy guard? Are we talking army, or like?
You see a lot of glinting of bronze in the sun
Mm,
on those walls. And
Lots
silver.
of armor.
Yeah, lots of armor.
mm.
Oh, okay. So I'm looking at the map. So it's good. I actually went away from Wasp's Nest.
Yes, you did.
Yep, you went the other
You
direction.
avoided the
Yep.
bees.
I avoided the bees.
Mhm.
Hmm.
What if we just got the wasp nest and launched them?
Okay, well, the bees are huge, so I assume their nests
that
are
would
even
suck
Yeah.
for the
bigger.
lunars.
And you'd also have to deal with the bees first.
What if we
How
build a
big are these
giant
bees?
catapult?
They're really big, like people ride
Rideable.
them.
They're like small
They're,
people sized.
yeah.
Crazy.
So like it would be maybe like the size of a big board. That's what I kind of imagine.
Mhm. Yeah, because they have the people that ride them are basically described as like pygmy size. So like little people ride them.
They're like dog sized bees.
Yeah,
They're like
the
aggressive
dog size,
bees.
like large dogs. though,
Halfling and
like a-
mastiff riding, but bee.
Yeah,
and,
that's
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
But like
perfect
cluck
analogy.
because they're like
Yeah.
For Chris, who hasn't been in known this world very much, John did a reminder. It's like this world is flat. Like this world is a cube in space, pretty much.
Yep.
it's a
So,
cute-
like-
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
So when you're up high, you can see pretty far.
And so I will tell you, like standing on the Stormwalk Mountains, looking out over Prax, you can see the block, which is like a massive square block of metal that's supposed to be a part of the spike that Stormbull actually used to crush the devil in his
Mhm.
battle with the devil. You can see Prax looks like Prax is in the desert. It's really more like the Great Plains. That's a better way to think of it.
It is
It's
big
got
world.
grass and stuff, but you
Has
can
Bryn
see,
ever seen Prax?
No, I've never seen.
Oh my
Probably
god, he's gonna
not.
take Bryn up here
Yeah,
too to see
probably
it.
haven't seen it from there, but you can see in the distance, you can see like some herd of something like walking by. You can see some different oases and stuff like that.
Oh my god, he's gonna take Bryn up here to see Prax.
Oh,
And
my-
plot
You do
scheme
that
against
at some
looters.
point.
my grandmother
do
would
that.
love to see this. She hasn't seen her home in a long time.
Down,
You know what? Honestly, we have to bring a lot of people up here so they get to know the paths. So field trips.
but that was over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Tonight, party. So Kymris finishes the last ceremony. Shavashak is there. He says something again to Sensova, and that's some sort of culmination of some sort of ritual. And You guys start partying.
Yeah!
You have a
Beer,
home.
wine,
Drink
liquor,
red beer. Drink
food,
red beer.
You have a home.
Beer.
music,
It is
stories.
a big feast in the open area in the middle of the Orlanth Temple because Orlanth loves
Of
a party.
course.
Orlando
yeah.
loves a party.
Yeah. So you're having a party.
Dancing.
Yep.
People are actually, I feel like people are actually smiling.
People
Some of them for the
are
first
actually
time
happy.
in like a
Yep.
year. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys, you see in the faces of the people that you've come to know well because you've traveled and fought and shivered and been through deprivation with these people. Stress is gone for the first
This is
time
a
in a long
win.
time. They feel safe. Yeah. They feel safe for the first time in a long time.
No,
'Cause
Chris.
even when you're camped out,
Yes.
as good as a camp
No.
is,
Yes.
you're.
I
what is-
want to do a speech.
Okay.
I see the shit-eating grin on his face, and it's like,
Okay.
no, Chris, this is a happy time.
Party's like speech.
And he's just gonna shoot
Pass
us all
the baby
down.
around.
I'm not. No, I'm just gonna help. Like recognize that as we build upon our new home, on the home of those that came before us, and let it serve as a reminder as you looked at the ones that are next to you and realize that they can be taken away in a moment, just like those before us.
Yay. Like,
Roll orate, Chris. You have it on your sheet there somewhere. I know.
God damn it,
That's
you are
something to do.
sabotaging my relationship right now.
I am
Yes.
merely
I'm going to
just
put you in
saying
the
the
well.
reality. Saying the reality that
This is
your
like
lives
this
may
moment
be
of joy.
taken
Just
away
remember, like the
from
people before
any
us.
moment in time, and to realize that just like these people that were before us, that were destroyed by a force of nature, I asked you to take a look at each other and be grateful for what you have, or it may be taken away in a moment's notice.
Ian, fuck you.
Roll orate, Chris.
Yes.
Yes.
I just
So what-
saw you.
You are
Christian.
attempting to roll under your orate.
Under your
Percentile.
orate skill. Yeah.
Percentile.
Rolling
Okay, yeah.
percentile.
Under your orate skill.
I just saw you like Christian saying it's like, oh, this is a happy time, that, and just Chris's grin
Yeah, I
getting
was just
bigger
watching
and
his grin
bigger,
getting bigger and bigger. I was watching it too.
and he leaned forward. I was like, no.
Yes. All right, where is Orate?
It should be under your communication type skills.
Communication.
So it should be first column, like partway down, alphabetical order. So intimidate, intrigue, orate, first column.
Yep.
On the left.
above
Oh,
speak
cool.
languages.
So 2d10, is it?
Yes,
Yep,
it's a percentile.
2d10.
Percentile.
And you want to roll.
63.
You want to roll
Under?
under. Yeah, your orate
Oh, I do not roll under.
Oh God,
Okay.
he's
failure.
harsh to the vibe.
People
Well,
are kinda
no,
like,
I don't know.
silence washes over the crowd as you say that, and everyone's kind of like looking at each other, like you do harsh the vibe a little bit for a minute or two, but then
It's like tell a
What's your
story
aunt-
of our
what's-
home.
what's your aunt's name, Bryn? I'm sorry.
Oh, Annalise.
I'm not trying to harsh the
Barbara.
No,
vibe.
no.
Just
no.
trying
That's
to
you,
remind
you
you.
failed. That's why
not
you're
my
harsh to the vibe.
grandmother. You're talking about
No.
my aunt.
I'm talking
Yes.
to your aunt. Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on. Amber might remember more than I will.
The
Nevena.
one.
Yes,
Nevena.
Nevena.
I am such a
Nevena,
good future husband.
who has a horn of
Remember
like
the
full
in-laws.
of like ale, is just like all the more reason to celebrate now. Woo!
Yeah. But
And
not
kinda
this
brings everyone
moment.
back.
Yeah.
And everyone's
Yes.
like, yay! And the vibe
That's
just goes
the
back.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So John asked if there's the slightest chance of losing a leg, can like if someone
In
fumbles
dancing.
a dance roll.
Nah, probably not.
Limb quest at its worst.
Someone
Lynn
fumbles a
Crow.
roll so bad they fall down the stairs into the Arnold.
I mean, I'm
Just
sure
eat
there's
shit all the way to the
nasty
bottom.
images that you can happen. You get that one person that tries to do like a weird break dance, and
Yeah.
It's true. Can be messed up, but we got a healer here. It's all good. Speaking of which, after this, Arissa, The 2 days after this, the holy day, I think it's this week, is a Shauna Arroy thing, so you can get some room points back.
Ooh.
And by that I mean fuck with my scores a little bit so I can get more root points and all.
Actually, it's in a couple weeks, but that's okay. We'll
That's
we
fine.
can, unless anything happens, we'll speed that part up. Rue, you notice Lilia
Oh, here we go. Windwalker.
kind of lost in thought on herself by herself.
When he gets a spare moment from the partying, he'll bring her a cup of Aranina's beer.
Is that the stuff made out of blood?
Taste it and tell me.
She smiles and takes a big sip. There's just some spices and stuff.
Ambiguous,
but it's not thick
right?
enough for blood. Yeah.
That's
It's
what the
good,
spices are hiding.
Could be. It's good, though.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm just thinking. That's all.
About the riders?
No. I was thinking, all right, it's a happy night. I was going to come with you with it another time, but I've got an idea, okay?
Hit me.
So, so we need to get into Whitewall
Yes.
because it's not going to last. And the only way I can think of doing that is through a myth.
I'm intrigued. Which myth?
That's what I don't know.
Fuck.
But I think, if I remember correctly, but you're going to have to ask maybe your mom or Morganeth, your ancestor, Hjort, drove people off and out of there in the darkness. And if he did, and you just recreate that path in a hero quest, you'll get into Whitewall. But you'd have to do it in dark season.
Right. Dark. How many seasons away is dark season?
So
that
it's
the
fire,
3?
earth, dark.
We're in
So
fire
you're
right now.
beginning of
Being in
summer
fire.
right now. Earth is fall. Dark season is like November, December. Like think of like early winter is dark season.
Yeah. 3 seasons. We'll be ready. I'll be ready.
That's what I'm thinking. We have a place to do it from too. Because you've got a temple now.
I'll talk to Morganeth and get the myth straight. You're right. He did get into Whitewall. I don't remember.
I mean, a bunch of people did like
the details.
fought like an ocean or something then too. But I mean, I don't. These are your myths, so I'm sorry, I don't know them that well. But
It's okay. Sometimes I don't either.
well, they were just like stories to me, not really like. Not to say that they're not important, but I mean, they were just told to me as in different context.
Yeah. No, thank you. That's kind of brilliant.
I am kind of brilliant.
You are. I'm glad to have you on our side.
Thanks. I'm glad to be here.
You were a little. Cheers. He's gonna go head back to his fiance.
Fiance's getting drunk.
Oh God, is she getting like sloppy, shitty drunk?
I
Is she
mean,
like drinking her problems drunk, or is she like having a good time drunk?
oh, having a good time drunk.
Okay, that's fine.
Probably dancing. Make a dance roll.
Oh God, this
Oh,
did not
fuck,
work
dance
out
off.
well last
Do
time.
it, Brent!
Where we started last time. Jeez. Okay. Well,
If you bomb it, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna make a dodge roll to get in past the windmill of fists without
I
getting
mean-
killed.
you beat me last time we did this.
I did. I
Yeah.
had almost the moves.
I think
I
the
got a
last time we danced.
I got a 7.
You?
I got
Nice.
a 7.
Check it.
I got a regular
You are
success.
You are dropping some amazing Orlanth dances.
Yeah.
Fuck
That's what it is.
Dances-
It's all the practice and training
Yeah.
Yep.
with
Vingan dances
The
are
people.
usually like war dances.
Mhm.
So that's what you're doing, but it's still damn good.
Fuck. She's feeling the vibes. Rue's
Feeling
just
the
gonna
vibe.
admire her and not interrupt this dance for a few minutes. Just tearing it up. Lance is probably up there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Is Jorna watching? Vibe check.
Oh, because Jorna's not
Is-
thinking yet, but she could
No.
probably still
But I
dance
want to
with
see if Jorna's
us.
watching.
Lonson.
Yes, we're vibe checking.
He's watching the dancing and clapping happily.
Okay, but not in any particular.
I mean,
The woman's happy. Let her
Yeah,
be
okay.
happy.
Just vibe checking. Just vibe
she's
checking.
watching everybody. You know,
Wait,
she's
and I
keeping
now
an
look
eye.
for Aranina. Is Aranina watching?
Irene is definitely watching Lonson. Yeah. She's sitting with Morganeth. Aranina tends to do a lot on Morganeth. So she's kind of sitting with her and talking to her. But definitely you see her like check out Lonson a couple times.
Rue's gonna just sneak on over. And he's gonna wait for a lull in the dancing, not interrupt their dances, and then he's gonna, at the risk of losing limb, take Aranina's drink from her and be like, "I'll hold this while you go dance."
Oh no, those are Orient dances. I'm not gonna do them. That's
It's between
ridiculous.
sets.
That's sets. What are you trying to do?
You've earned it. Go have fun.
Oh, you're being.
I'm not trying anything. I wouldn't dare.
You're being like my shield man. Is that what it is?
Aw.
And then he's gonna drink her drink too.
Fine.
He'll
I
sit
guess
next
if
to
you could get
Morganeth.
lucky, anyone can. She says, and she gets up and walks over.
Ah,
Yeah, she walks over and starts talking to her. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
He'll narrate a little bit to Morganeth.
Hello.
Sharky in chat was wondering if anyone can in-game play instruments.
I can howl.
I can sing a little bit.
I played a recorder once at one point. I think we all did.
IRL.
No, in-game.
Not in-game.
Oh,
in-game,
in
not
real
IRL.
life.
Oh, in game.
I got
In-game.
15, which is maybe enough to do a rudimentary set on a drum.
Arissa's not musically artsy, but she is handicrafts artsy.
I think
We're
I
nerds.
play
We're not
instruments.
band nerds.
was gonna say, I think I put something into singing. Let me see if I can find it. I did put stuff into singing. I can sing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I can sing.
Yeah. Des has actually quite a high sing, and he does have like a base of 25 for play instrument.
Damn. Your play instrument bass is pretty good.
Where's
Yeah.
my
Well,
instrument?
that's because his manipulation is so high.
Mm.
He's like,
Play instrument.
fair
Oh yeah, I cannot play
sounds.
instrument.
Yeah, the modifier is just
I sing.
Kent,
Just
what
like,
do you Kent, what do we
Fair
do
sound.
with the bass?
we drop it.
drop
We don't.
it.
drop it.
That joke will
Kerr,
never die.
Ordrin comes over and sits next to you with a beer. Two. Hands one to you.
Mm.
It's a beer, but it's got 2 straws.
No. He has one and you have one.
Thank you.
Where the hell have you been?
Learning.
So you went to that place down there with all them egghead scribes.
I can't.
In a way, yes. You know, learn a few things. Yeah. My mind expanded.
He
Learn
just
to read.
blinks and looks at you. Learn to read, eh?
Yes.
So you're a sage now, then? Like a Lankermai sage, gray man? Because you ain't got a beard. So
No. I'm trying. But no. Like a little scruffy little thing.
Right. Well, these people, they saved my wife, saved my baby. So they're good people.
That's good.
Yeah. Right. Well, good talk.
Yes. You should come around again sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
How have you
I
been?
will. Oh, good. I mean, I was enslaved for a while with my family, so that wasn't very good at all. But, I got out. And then, like I said, they helped us raid the plantation and get my wife and my baby out. And since then, I've just been fighting with them. So, pretty good.
Sounds like it got better.
Not many of us. It did. It got not many of us, but, we feel like we made a difference, especially down south with killing that shaman.
Yeah.
There's a shaman.
Yeah. Yep.
He's like, she was a real bitch.
Real bitch.
Disease
Good.
spirits, enslaving the ancestral spirits of the community. Yeah, she was a piece of work.
He tells you all
So
those
you-
things that Amber just said. Yeah.
So you trust them?
Yeah. Got no other choice, really.
No choice.
Be a slave or be free and trust them to fight with them. Nobody else is fighting.
You always have a choice, though, don't you?
Hey, become a lunar citizen.
It's an option, but you chose not to do it.
Bryn hears that, she just comes out of nowhere with a fist. She's like, it is not an option because I'll kill you.
Then
It's an
die.
option for dead people.
Technically, it's still an option.
It's still an option.
He is right.
You always have it. That's the thing is that even as a slave, you always have a choice.
Oh, you're too smart for me. Anyway, make sure you have some of the deer. I killed it. And he walks away.
I killed it.
I'm going to find somebody else to talk to.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Who is
I
he
want to. Kerr and Kymreese would be amazing, but I don't feel like role-playing Kymreese through that.
Yeah.
So you see
We need
Orisa.
Troy to special guest just to talk to
Yeah,
him.
we do, just to have that conversation. Yeah.
Just two weirdos trying to out-weirdo each other.
He's so
Mhm.
chaotic.
Which one will dead-ass lick the other one while looking into their eyes first?
Kyrie's.
Just
That
to
would be
just
Kyrie's.
weirdo
That's
chicken.
That would be
Kyrie's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
And
Kymreese.
Orisa would just be like, honey, wash your mouth after that. You don't know where he's been.
Yeah, you see Orisa.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
It's true, though. She would
For
probably
context.
be sitting down.
Ursa is somewhat tall, especially next to her boyfriend. Very pale, heavily layered,
Yes.
sickly-looking young woman who is always bustling around providing healing services to others.
She's a white lady.
Yeah, long, kind of scraggly black hair. She looks like she would be tan if she wasn't so
She's
sick.
like 10 shades paler than everyone else.
Yeah,
It's
like
startling.
she should be like tan. She's not. And yeah, just like bundled up in varying layers of clothing and
Because she's a
all these
shapeless mass of
baggies
colorful
and-
patterns.
yeah.
Well, hello. I would
Oh.
love to learn about you all that saved me.
Quite a lot to learn.
We all have to start somewhere. My friend says you saved him.
Your friend?
Ordrin.
Ordrin. Yes. I
Oh,
already found
Ordrin.
out. Yes.
Yeah. He, Ordrin, when we first met him, was under enslavement by Lunars, and they were using him as a guide to try and help them find something. We took opposition to their presence and existence. Well, fought with them, made sure not to harm him because we knew we're like, hey, you're not one of them. You're just a guy. And he joined us from there, and he was able to lead us to where his wife and baby were, and that was...
I think he helped us kill the Lunars too. Once we had like taken a few of them out, he actually
Yeah.
picked up a weapon and threw in with us.
Did, yeah.
Yeah. He's been
It was-
he's joined the community quite well. He's been extremely helpful for a group of people that is not his own. He barely knew us and is just already proven to be incredibly helpful and kind.
It was very kind of you to help him. Why? Why did you help?
Because I'm trying to remember exactly why we ended up killing the Lunars.
Because they
They were-
peed in our mother.
They
effing
peed in
Oh,
their
that's
fucking
right.
well. Yeah.
That's what it was.
He peed in our waterfall. That
The-
fucker.
In our water spirit.
The Lunars.
And then that particular one
They
got an arrow
despoiled
through the
a
junk from the
sacred
back.
site of ours.
The Lunars that he was with, we found them at a sacred pool of ours that would lead down into the river into our old home. The Lunars decided to
Befoul the waters.
desecrate the site in their own little way. One of them took a piss in the holy water. And obviously we took offense to that.
I took that personally.
And we knew
So anyway, I started blasting.
it's very obvious who's a lunar and who's a lunar slave. And he didn't do anything wrong to the site. He wasn't encouraging them to go on. And as soon as we started taking out some of the lunars, he started helping us take out some of the lunars. Words didn't have to be said. We knew we were on the same page.
So he was useful.
Yes, he was very helpful. I don't like useful.
But that's what he was.
It wouldn't have. I'm not there.
Bryn's tearing it up on the floor.
By technical definition of the word, yes. It's not one I choose to utilize.
It works. But no, you saved my friend, and he is deeply cares about you all. He trusts you.
That's good. I'm very glad. I know we are quite the... Did he explain to you how our group ended up out here and not
Nomadic.
where we were?
No, he got tired of our conversation.
He's a new father. I understand. The Lunars tried to raid our home. They grew tired of our
Resistance.
resistance, thank you.
You
They
didn't
grew
pay
tired of our
taxes.
And we
resistance
didn't pay taxes.
and tried to take matters into their
And we
own
sent them fake
hands
cows.
with force. And when under potential threat of our homeland being razed and the ground burnt, we escaped and we flooded the Vale. We hope to return
drowned a bunch
to
of those fuckers.
we hope to return to our home one day, but when it's safe. And we have a lot to do before it's going to be safe again.
Same happened to my family. They're dead.
The Lunars took over.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's what, unfortunately, family does. They die. We can only move
Just need to keep this man away from Bryn. This will not be good.
on. But I am grateful for all the time that I had.
Exactly. That's all we could do sometimes.
That is.
And we keep going. We make a new home.
We rebel.
We rebel. Oh, trust me, we have done plenty of that. You want all the good frontline stories about that, you go talk to Bryn and Rue.
Ooh, I'll have to.
Oh
That'll
god.
be exciting.
Why?
Or
Why
if
do you
it-
send him to us?
Or Descara as well. The man almost completely lost an arm in one battle. That was terrifying.
He's a man of few words, and at least half of those are thanks.
Well, thank you for this conversation. It is so nice to hear that we have so much in common.
Good. I'm glad. And hopefully you can find some comfort in this place like we are.
Oh, it's so cozy.
She just kind of nods and doesn't respond. She does not know how to respond. Arissa's awkward, but this is a different flavor of awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Who invited Nietzsche to the party?
Oh, don't worry, he's here. With his big old fucking bushy mustache.
Fucking invited Nietzsche.
Well, I'll let you go. Bye.
Raises her little wine bowl and takes a little sip.
Skull.
I like to imagine he just like vanishes into the shadows.
Just backing away as he drinks from the
Yeah,
bowl.
no, wait, Chris. Actually, just
Fucking-
like back up
Oh, yeah.
in real life.
Fucking like double fist.
Into the darkness
Like-
of his camera.
Exactly. And then just gone.
Okay.
Oh yeah, wait, actually, because I was gonna say we determined all of our heights by our size.
Oh, we have to add you to the lineup.
Yeah,
How tall are you? How
Oh,
what
what
size
is
are you?
your size, Chris, for your character sheet?
Your stat.
Character has
Yeah.
a size stat.
SIZ size.
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
like
in team
strength,
tall or
it's
team
with
con.
small?
It's like strength, con, size, and dexterity. It's on their first page of your character sheet.
The page that has like a little dude on it.
Oh,
It's below the dude.
It says 12?
Oh, same. Okay, so he's the exact same
You're the
height
bridge.
as Arissa. He's
You're
5'8".
one of the rare mediums.
Yeah, we
I'm
are
a
middle
medium boy.
team middle ground. Yeah.
It's 12
Little boy.
average? Wow.
Wow, we got 2 tall, 2 small, and 2 mediums now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ah.
The average shifted because Ven was also team tall, so we
Yep.
lost a tall, regained a medium.
Hmm.
Okay. Have I bothered everybody? Yes, I think I have.
We want to do our midpoint break here
Let's do that. Yeah,
because I
that's a good
know
spot. That's a good spot.
Amber
Yeah.
wanted to.
I don't know if she wants to, but she will.
I'm so full. I'm so full. This is a bad idea, but I am gonna get that fruit.
Get that fruit, girl.
I'm going to tell the
Guys,
story
if
about
you
my white
haven't
people
eaten a
tacos.
golden honeydew, I highly recommend you find one immediately and eat it over the sink like an animal. It's so good.
That's such a specific.
Walk away.
I was like cutting it up and I meant to like cut up a bowl of it, but I tried a piece and then I just I ate 2/3 of the melon just at the sink. Like it was so good. This is
It's
a really good
amazing.
melon, guys.
I love this so much.
Neck.
All right,
So I
Christian,
got
what story are you telling?
the taco story. So we have this place Callente's by us, which is like amazing, amazing Mexican food, and they do really good tacos. And actually, it's almost a tradition that on a night that we stream, I get Callente's because it's like my comfort food. And so tonight I got the tacos. Yeah, they're really good, like street tacos. And I wasn't thinking because sometimes if you get the tacos, you get it's not the tacos, it's a burrito. You get a little thing of salsa and chips with the burrito. So I was ordering the tacos and I was like, oh, do you want salsa? And I was like, you know what? I haven't tried their hot salsa yet. I'll have their hot salsa, not realizing they put it on the tacos, and it kicked my white boy ass. Kicked my seriously, I need caps played for me because it was harsh. Yeah.
Ugh. I got nervous when I was buying salsa, just staring at mild and medium. I'm like, is medium too much for me? But like, not that eat a lot of salsa. I
can
literally
do medium easily. I can do like the store, like the off the shelf hots. I can manage, but like this was like Mexican restaurant hot. I can't manage.
Yeah, no, this is authentic Mexican cooking hot, and you don't.
Yeah, they were like, this is like real Mexican person hot. It was like, holy mother of God. Yeah.
God, that's like, oh, I gotta see if I can find this meme. There's a meme of a white guy ordered from this restaurant. And he was like, he's like, no, like the hottest sauce you have, like I can take it. And the receipt says like, make so hot he wants to die or something. Like, let me see if I can find this fucking meme. Yeah, I fucking found it.
Yeah, put it in Discord.
It's
It was pad thai. I saw that meme today.
It's pad thai. I'm gonna link to it in. It's gonna go in the meme. Where's the meme queen's channel? There we go. It's make him regret being born. It's the funniest fucking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Thai food. Just as spicy. Make him regret special prep being born. Like, it's the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah.
All right, time for my break.
I'll be right back too. Actually,
I had there was a while where I was like trying to find the spiciest food I could handle, and at one point I was just trying like different hot salsas, and there was like one salsa that was just like the it wasn't Carolina Reaper salsa, but it was another like hot pepper salsa.
Ghost?
Yeah, the ghost pepper salsa.
Doing it, Jess. I'm eating the rind and it's fine.
Really? Oh. All right. Well,
and I had I was looking at it, I was like, I want to try it to see if I can handle it, but I also want to enjoy these chips.
So you try it on the last
I was
one.
with you for that. That's right.
Yeah.
This is at the Big E.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't even then. I was like in Dave's, like buying salsa for myself.
Oh, I thought we were. I thought that's what we were.
We were trying salsa at the Biggie.
We were trying salsa at the Biggie.
Reminded me when you said tortilla.
Sure.
Yeah, John. Like I've had some at work, because I work in blue collar like manufacturing stuff now. During like parties and stuff, we have this one guy that has like this super spicy, like 2 million plus Scoville hot sauce. It's just like chemical burn at a certain point.
Why have I met more than one of this man in my life? The guy was like at a party and he just brought his own hot sauce because it's really hot.
Because
makes sense.
That is a personality type.
I was like, I have met this man more than once.
Yeah.
In different forms.
Plus, like,
so, like,
if you grow your own pepper, there's kind of a pride in that too, you know?
Oh yeah, no. Like, this was store bought, like,
just really
hot
spicy.
sauce, like really spicy hot sauce, and he'd be like, he'd like bring it over to like the new people to be like, here, you guys should try this. And honestly, the best way that I find to like give a big fuck you to those guys is to have it and do your damnness to not to make a reaction.
Like, it's all right. It's a little hot.
I had that motherfucker on a cookie, and I was like,
really helpful.
Not
it's
bad.
Really helpful, actually.
I went around my library last week because I had this jar of hot pickles, and they were actually pretty hot for pickles. So I was like I was all right, but my scalp was warm, and I was like, this is hot for a pickle. So I went around the library trying to get all my coworkers to try it. And they're like, how hot is it? And I'm like, it's hot for a pickle.
See, Amber, look, you're that dude. You're that dude.
With the pickle, yep.
It's hot for a pickle. Amber, pickles aren't supposed to be hot.
But you've had hot pickles before, you know, like this is
a little spice.
This
like
pickle
pepper.
actually has some heat. Like, and Colin was like, it's all right. And Caitlin was like, it's all right. And then Sarah Degnan almost died when she ate
Aw.
it. She like started choking and stuff. I was like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
no, I've killed my
My
colleague.
sweet girl.
There's always a few people who like especially like at work, there's always people that like they go to try it and they overestimate. Like there was a couple of people during our holiday party last year that literally went to their knees.
It's
And it
also
was like we're like, are we gonna have to call an ambulance, dude? And
It's
he was
also-
like,
yeah.
no, I got it.
Oh. It's also interesting, like, different hot things will affect different people, too.
Yeah.
Like, there are some things that are universally hot, but, like, some people can take some things more than others, right?
It was like
Yeah.
the heat and the brine. It just took her down, man.
I don't
The,
blame her. I
Th-
wouldn't be able
this
to do that.
this last holiday party, like we have our in my group that came in to work, we have our like young and dumb
Aw,
people.
Mm-hmm.
of course.
And he's still like he just turned 21 like
Oh, a baby.
last year,
yeah.
baby. But like he's still young enough to be like, dude, no balls, you got this, no balls. We got him to do the hot sauce
Unwise.
twice
Wow.
Oh, buckaroo.
because the first time he did it and like he had that like lip quiver, like breathe in, and it was just
universally hot, Erenina.
True.
That's true.
yeah.
Amber, you're just eating out of principle now.
I am. This piece is hard. I will give
I
you that.
told you.
But yeah,
I'm gonna eat it though.
Okay. That's a pregnant pause. We can start again. Okay. I mean, the night passes unless anyone else has anything else to do.
Rue, when he goes back to Bryn, is gonna go up to her, and pull her into a dance, and he's gonna tell her, "I know you've been worried about having offended Minga, but I saw her with you while you were dancing tonight."
Hmm.
Aw, I have the best boyfriend fiance. Aw. She'll give him a big little hug.
A big little hug.
It's a
Yeah.
big hug, but
Yeah.
I'm small. I'm like the smallest one in the group.
There's like a foot height difference between them.
Yeah.
It's like
Funny.
if you've ever seen me and my boyfriend, that's the exact same deal.
Yeah,
Over and
kind
over.
of.
Diving into his cleavage.
Kind of. No, actually, I don't know. Aw, best fiance.
Best fiance. Aww.
Ain't no one gonna ruin this for me.
Gonna be a wonderful
Eh.
wedding to ruin.
Ah,
X-Men wedding.
You stay the fuck away.
Yeah, you'll just kick my ass in real life. Invite my parents to library programs.
They invited themselves.
I know they did.
This is like a new threat because normally my threat is like, I'll call your wife. She'll let me in. She
It's
loves
much
me.
worse. It's much
I
worse to call my parents. Trust me. It is like my wife. I don't care. If you're like,
Aw.
gonna call your parents, I'm like cringe. I will die of cringe.
It's like, I'll take your wife out to dinner while Amber kicks your ass.
That's a threat too. Yeah. All right. So the evening passes, and the summer wears on. There's much to do with getting the place up and running. If you want to send out raiding parties, you can. It's up to you guys. You still kind of have your scouts like checking regularly on people, but they report back that they're not really finding much besides a couple of merchants and things like that.
I feel like we shouldn't completely let up the pressure that we built.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like having raiding parties go out.
We don't want them to think that we're gone necessarily.
Okay.
I guess, but quiet shows something too. Especially since they're looking for us. Quiet shows something too.
That's
quiet
fair.
shows that we're scared of them.
Fair. So if you send out smaller raiding parties, you probably instruct them to deal with smaller, better.
Yeah, sort of like
targets.
leave messages, like hang
Yeah.
some dead lunars upside down by their ankles from a tree, some shit like that,
Sometimes live lunars.
Give me a Kent community
Okay.
strength roll.
Gotta pull up the community sheet 1 second.
I don't know why my brain.
Half it though, because you got people working on projects here.
Yeah.
My brain
That's not bad.
switched words that you said around in my head, and I heard a community Kent roll, and I.
Community Kent roll, because this is our community Kent. So.
Okay. Community what roll?
Give me a strength, but you know what? Don't half it. Make it 2/3. 2/3 of whatever strength is. Yeah. 2/3
Wow,
of the
that's-
strength times 5.
Really nice.
I would also like to propose a calling card of
You have an
small
idea?
river stones in the mouths of the dead. We have now
Ooh.
drowned 2 units of lunars.
That's fair. Do you want to do
I love
that
it.
now?
That's sick as fuck.
I love it. Yeah.
That is our calling card.
Can the community roll be augmented with anything?
Sure.
Do we have community things?
I would
To
say
augment?
that everybody has a. I will give the community a hate lunar passion. That makes sense that
All
they
right.
would have that.
We
Just
do
use
have
yours.
one
just,
reroll.
Just use yours, and we have a reroll. But yeah, use yours to augment.
So I will use my. That is a normal success for the augment.
So plus 20 to whatever you wind up with here.
And that is good thing I augmented because oh, actually I would have gotten it right on the dot anyway. Rolled a 20 out of 20, so 20 out of 40 with the augment.
All right.
Mm.
That's pretty good. You send out a couple of different like parties, but they're small. They're like more in line with a regular group of like bandits / rebels in Sartar is. There's like groups like 20 or 30 people. They have to shy away from a couple of bigger supply caravans because they're just too big, but they're able to hit a couple of smaller ones where they just, like you said, kill some guards, leave some riverstones, steal some stuff.
Yeah.
By and large, now here's the question: do you guys leave the drivers and stuff alone because they're not really? They might be lunar, but they're not part of the lunar army. They're part of the Locarnos cult, which is the wagon god cult. Which, even though he's
Is that a lunar wagon god?
he's the one of like the part of one of Yelm's like people. I'm reading the Fire and Sky book, everyone. But he's also like respected in Sartar because he gets along with Isaris because it's like wagons. They're basically like the Teamsters, but a religion.
We need
They're
someone
in
to
charge of
tell.
wagons.
I would lean towards leaving the drivers.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we should kill them, but I feel like we should like either take or like disable the wagon.
Ooh.
Take an ear.
So that is probably a bad idea.
You think so?
At least disabling the wagon.
So she I love her.
No, I said, do you think so? I didn't say so. Why is it a bad idea?
Going on like the same thing. It's like if they're not. Thinking of it in real world terms, it's like if you fuck with a transportation union, like you're not going to get your
They will shit
goods
on your
delivered.
desk.
My thought would be, and this is not an Arissa thought, this is someone
How
else
do we
in the
make
clan,
them on our side?
is basically
You teach
when
them a lesson.
the raiders like go out and go like go for the hit, it's basically put a blindfold over the driver to be like, don't fucking move, we won't touch you or your wagon, fuck up the shit, kill the lunars, and then tell the guy, wait 30 seconds to take your bag off, and by that time we'll be gone, and we don't fuck with the driver.
We should lean in when they're bagged, and we should tell them, you should charge the lunars more, you really don't get paid enough for this, and then leave them and hope they jack the prices on the lunars.
Yes,
Yeah,
there we
yeah,
go.
yeah,
They
yeah, you should charge more if you don't get paid
They
enough for
are
this.
choosing to work with these creatures. You should teach them a lesson.
I mean, the lunars are people. They're like the worst of people, but they are people.
I'm starting to like this guy a little more.
But yeah, I think if we keep the pressure up like that, and we can
Just
get some
simply
consistent
just
messaging,
take
like
something.
you really
You
don't get
take
paid enough for
something.
this, like
Yeah.
Take
Well,
it
'cause,
you can
like,
hide your prices. That puts
do-
a little pressure on them.
Do these folks deliver for us too? I don't think so, right?
Yeah,
They just
I mean,
oh, they do.
fairly, not for you guys in particular personally,
But
they're
like for
They do
Sartar.
business with the Sardarites and
Yeah.
the Lunars.
Let me
and
put it
the-
this way. If you were like,
okay.
hey, I'm going to put together a caravan that's going to use wagons, you would go to you'd be dealing with these people.
Okay,
They're
then
the
I
ones
see
in
what you're
charge of
saying,
wagons. Their
Yeah.
god invented the wheel. So that's
Gotcha,
like,
I understand now.
yeah.
All right.
So they're Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the Teamsters.
Oh, they're
is what-
Switzerland.
they're
They're
the-
Yeah.
They're supposed to be
I
ultra,
was like-
ultra neutral.
I was like, Sweden? Did
Like
Sweden discover the wheel?
no, they're like ultra. They're like ultra neutral. So, but like
Okay,
still,
Switzerland.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they personally have their
Yeah,
own. I
great
would
size
say it
opportunity.
this way.
This is going to keep happening. You can use this as an opportunity to charge more. Think about that.
That's fair.
Mm,
That's
yeah,
a very.
that's a good
probably
idea.
a very
drivers
good,
aren't the ones that's
yeah.
not. But the drivers aren't the ones that are making the charges.
Oh, they are in this. They're union. They're not corpos.
The wheel was most likely believed to be invented by the Sumerians in Lower Mesopotamia, which is in
Hey.
modern day Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
Sumerian
Fuck yeah.
bros. Mhm.
Yo,
Building
Sea
them
Stock!
channels. Hey,
Fucking
29
29
Thank you,
months
sir.
up! Thanks so
Oh my
much,
God,
homie!
Seastock.
Mucho appreciado, my dude.
I used to think you should take it here.
Yeah,
Same.
John puts it the best way.
Yep.
You're in the mob. You're robbing a truck. You're not going to fuck with the driver in his truck. You're just going to take the stuff out of the truck.
Yeah, we'll just take
in
the
turn,
stuff.
he didn't see anything. Right?
Yeah, right.
You have that option if you want to be cool with
Right.
them. And yeah, you can also just be like, yeah, like don't mess with these people, right? Like, or charge them more, right? Because this is, this is banditry now.
This
so-
is honestly a win-win if you look at it this way. Like the Lunars are starting to take a lot of hits. A lot of hits are coming on Lunar caravans. They're higher risk. You charge them more, which puts a strain on their resources, which helps us. We're a symbiotic relationship, really.
So, all right. So, I mean, you're able to hit a couple of smaller ones, caravans, or largely unguarded ones, and get some good stuff, including some more bronze weapons and things like that. Which or just bronze in general. Which
Yeah.
once the smithy, the red smithy's up and running, he can fasten some more decent arms and shields and such, like for you folks.
Someone
there's
just
some
comes
cloth.
home like, Harvar, we have gifts!
Yeah, you get some weapons, you get some cloth, which is a good thing because you can start making some new clothes for people because your clothes are pretty ragged from having been out and wandering around for over a year now. without
Arissa's
access
only
to,
down
like,
to like 4 layers.
Yeah, some of her layers are very threadbare. So that goes on. One day, Bryn and Des, what are you guys doing here together?
We're together?
Yeah,
and
it's during the
Des?
day. It's during the day, though. No, Bryn and Rue, I'll say. Bryn and Rue,
Okay,
I'm
I
sorry.
was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what Bryn and Des would actually do
Bitch about your
together.
spouses.
They just yap. Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly, like I could see us
maybe planning for
going
like
up. I could see us
okay.
going up towards that viewpoint and looking at pracs,
cracks. Yeah,
and also being
Ooh,
like,
why don't we say that you are? That's
Yeah,
a great thing.
cousins.
Take-
Having some cousin
take this out.
time.
You know what? You guys are doing that. Bryn, you get up to the top of the mountain right where there's a saddle where it starts to go down, and you've never seen Prax.
both of us, I don't think have.
Des
Yeah.
has because he's been up
I
here
have.
before.
I've been.
Oh,
there
you
before.
have. Oh, okay.
I would honestly say like Rue definitely brought Bryn up here once before, but this is us who are Praxian descent
Praxians
seeing
going to
it.
see it
Mhm.
together.
Yeah.
You can see you're used to Sartar, which is hilly. You grew up in the mountains. Prax is flat.
It's our
And
first
so,
time in Idaho.
almost as
Iowa.
far as you can see, you see these dry grass plains just stretching off into the distance. You see hills here and there, especially in the Dundalos lands. There are hills, and then it just becomes flat. Off in the distance to your right, you see the block, which is just a tremendous. I joke it's a D6 just sitting on the ground. It's just a block of solid metal or rock you can't see from the distance that you've been told from your grandmother the stories of Stormbull fighting the devil and he squashed the devil with a piece of the spike, like just, and it looks like it hit the ground and like rolled. There's like a furrow, right?
Damn. Okay.
You see parts of the desert where it's just dry, where it is desert, it's not plains, it's just dried out, which you tell from your grandmother telling you that they call that the dead place. That's where the goddess Aritha actually gave up some of her life force to heal Stormbolt when he was fighting the devil, and so that place is like just blasted out of life. It's just an awful place. But by and large, it's like a grassy plain. It looks like the Great Plains. You see some animals in the distance. You see there must be like a herd or a tribe like walking past. Like there's dust kicked up, like way off in the distance. Here and there, you can make out some green oases in the middle of it.
It's crazy to see a place that you've only heard stories about.
Yep.
So looking at cracks in the book that we have access to.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it?
That's where our grandmothers are from.
Trying to look at the block.
Is the area around the Lunar Temple also grassy and dry?
Hilly.
Fuck. Is it grassy hilly?
Grassy.
Is it flammable? Is what I'm after.
Well, if it's dry enough, yes.
The actual temple, though, isn't going to be made out of...
No, but right now they're basically a tent city. The tents are flammable.
In the distance, you also see the haze. It's far away, but Garantha's flat and it's a clear day, so you can see far. You see the haze of what you know to be the Zolafell River, which is where Pavis is.
Yep, I was just looking at Pavis.
Pavis is a ways away from you guys, but it's where
Ben went, right?
That's where Ben went.
Oh, best friend.
And then a seventh screen opens and Rainy is here. I'm waiting for it. One day I know it's gonna happen.
I know.
Like we won't even know the seventh screen will just open and fuck up everybody's layout, and then just Rainy will be there.
Yeah,
but like he'll be wearing full crow makeup.
I was like, Chip Sandwich.
It'd be amazing if you could get him to do that. I will,
just full goth.
I will lose it.
Oh, okay. There's the block. Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's like several things on the first one that I saw on the map for Prax in the main book was actually Pimper's block.
Mm-hmm. Pimper's
and
block
I was just like, is that it? And then I saw the obscure plinth in the north, and I was like, that's kind of square. Like, could that be it?
The block is huge. Yeah. I have somewhere, it's one of the books, there's a picture of the block. It's kind of looking back at the mountains you guys are on. I'll find it and I'll send it to you. Oh, nice. So yeah, you're looking out over that.
It's going to be really cool to, one, bring my grandmother here, but also bring all the little cousins here and tell them the stories that, like, our grandmothers told us.
Yeah. I can't wait to see my dad and all my siblings together again.
Me too. It's been a long ass time. A long ass time. Shit, they're probably big now.
Yeah. I was actually just looking because out of scenario right here when Sarah said that her oldest was turning 16. I was like, fuck, I know, like I aged up my my siblings, and I was just like, oh yeah, it's like Garrick was 16, so he should have gone through his right.
No. Rue, as they're reminiscing, you're back at Storm's End. What are you doing? You and Arissa. And Kerr. What are you guys doing in the fort?
You know, if Kerr is literate and he is willing, Rue is still trying to learn how to read and write. Rue has been trying in little spats and pieces here and there when he gets time and someone with knowledge or resources with knowledge, but it's been very, very difficult, so... Yeah, he'll be like, Kerr, I heard you, did some trading up at the Issaries temples?
Yes.
Can you read and write?
Oh, yes.
If you would, not to put you out or anything, you can say no, but if you wouldn't mind, maybe showing me a little. I've been trying to learn.
Sure. But you teach me something that you know that I don't as well.
I'm a hunter by trade. I know a lot about tracking, and if you want to run around and kill things with your teeth on the full moon on wild days.
That does sound like fun. Fine, then it's a deal.
All right.
Do we have to be naked?
You don't have to be naked, but I will be.
So is it better than I'm naked to make sure that you're not uncomfortable?
You know, once I'm a wolf, I don't think I'll really mind either way.
Okay. Well, it's getting warm, so I might be naked too. Okay.
Yeah. I'll warn Arissa. Sometimes she joins me. She will not be naked.
Why not?
She likes her clothes and privacy.
No one has seen Arissa's skin in 16
Arissa
years.
Arissa is a never nude. She's one of those characters that even if you try to picture her nude, you cannot. Like,
So
as far as she
showers
bathes clothed, like... It's the
Filthy.
mystery.
You hear, as
Absolutely
you're having this conversation, horses just riding in, like, in a hurry.
Do we have horses out right now, or are these definitely not us?
No, you have people out right now.
Oh, shit. I better go. I'm going to check out that. Thank you,
Okay.
Kerr. I appreciate it.
I will join
It's
you.
Lilia and
All
a
right.
couple of other people.
Yeah, Rue will kind of like trot out to see, like, immediate track. Is anybody injured? Do they look worried?
No, they look fine. Just she jumps off her horse. She's like, "You should see this."
All right.
What's going on?
You got to see it to understand.
He'll get on the horse with Lilia. She's probably riding his horse because it's one of the best
Sure.
horses in the camp, and
Yep,
it
yep.
doesn't like him very much.
People will take you on horses if you want to go that way, that route.
Yeah.
Kerr, you're invited to kind of like wait to see if you're
Yeah,
going.
if you're looking to learn new things, I think we're all about to learn something. So
Yes.
You jump on, like, kind of, fortunately there are 3, so you jump on the back of 3 horses and you ride out down the path that you followed, Rue, that you found, that goes kind of towards...
like in Red Dead, there's always just enough horses for your
Just enough,
party.
magically. You find your way out. I haven't seen what the new thing is this month. I haven't logged on to
It's
see.
like all
It's naturalist
roles.
and collector.
Collector?
It's the last
This
two,
is super
yeah.
specialist, yeah.
Cool. Oh, they did them together. That's cool.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You ride down that path and you get out to the still in the hills, but overlooking close to where the inn is.
Geos?
The Geo's Cave Inn. Where you're on enough hills where you can see the roads, the royal roads leading south out of Wilmskirk. And even without any sort of like vision enhancement, you see just a glint of sunlight on metal of a long ass line marching out of Wilmskirk south.
I will add the visual enhancement to see if I can see more.
Sure. You bring out your bird skull and you look through its eyes and you use the magic points to boop, 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 get the Farsi. And yeah, you can see, it's far away, but again, it's a clear day. Fortunately, you can see closer. These are blonde men with very long beards, like square beards that are like braided or like curled. Golden or silver, golden meaning bronze helmets. Some of them are gold though, or like lined with gold, like kind of like the Corinthian style helmets, but they're like up on their heads now with these crests. Big shields with an 8-pointed star on them on their left sides, and these tremendously long spikes. And in front of them, there's someone just walking with like a standard with an 8-pointed star.
An 8-pointed star, not the sun.
Nope.
Okay.
But these are definitely, you know for a fact that serving the Lunar Empire and like the Heartlands Core are what they call the phalanxes, which are, so the Lunar Empire is made up of a bunch of different areas, one of which is Darahapa, okay? Which previous to the Lunars becoming empire, they were an empire of their own who was like straight Yelm worshippers. And they had these companies that were tied to certain cities called the phalanxes. And they all have like different names, but they're like straight ass solar. I want to say solar powered, but that's stupid.
Are.
So these are huge
they're
fucking
solar
nerds in the worst
worshippers.
way, and we should go bully them.
But there's a shit ton of them. Can you make out the standard? Says Lilia.
8-pointed star.
Oh fuck.
How bad is that?
That is. Hold on a second, I'll tell you. Hold on a second, I'll tell you. That's the Burl Phalanx.
What does that mean?
Well, they've got special magic just for fighting people like you. They call you the Ram people.
The Ram people?
Yeah, Rams, storms. Rams are sacred to Orlanth. Yeah.
I was like, we're deer people.
Your dear people, but overall,
Okay, the
Orlanth
broader.
and Rams.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
What sort of magic?
They fought you since time immemorial.
We didn't have a dragon before.
There's a lot of them.
They probably have. I mean, I'm not here.
I'm trying to get a size count. So our company's what, like 100, 120,000? Fuck. That's a fucking lot of them. Where are they going to feed these fuckers?
They'll probably raid and pillage and take.
They're going to have to set a base somewhere. That's too many to just camp in the wilds.
Where are they going?
They're going south.
Towards Whitewall?
That's toward us, but it's also toward
the temple? Like away from the temple.
They're going towards
Whitewall.
the road. They're following the royal road that goes to Whitewall.
Okay, so they're not heading toward the new temple construction. Okay.
Nope.
So they're looking to be the finishing blow on Whitewall.
Could be.
Yeah, they will be.
Arrive.
You have
we need more time.
You've heard that more and more Heartland troops have been moving in since Tatius took over the command of the siege of Whitewall.
We can't let them arrive. We can't fight them all. We have to draw their attention somehow.
They would destroy you guys in battle. I'm going to be honest with you.
No, I thank you. I can see that.
Respectfully, I know.
We just need to get them going someplace else.
We need to call a council about this, is what we need.
Are they marching on foot mostly, or do they have horses? Do they have
all
cavalry?
on foot.
Okay.
They're all on foot. These are pikemen who fight in a phalanx.
How are their supplies moving? Do they have wagons?
You don't see that, but that's probably behind them.
Okay.
Gooners usually go vanguard, main body, rear guard, followers. Baggage trains in the back.
This is by geos. Can you put the map up again? Where's the map? Or do I have it downloaded?
I'll give it to you. Hold on, give me a second. I will uploading it.
I need to think like the battle captain. General!
Why is this? Okay, here we go. Maps.
It is fire season, and we've already done water. I'm extremely tempted to say that we set fires, large-scale fires.
You're going to use their own thing against them?
I was just going to say, they're the sun. Like, they're probably
There you
powered by fire and stuff.
They should have brought more SPF. Okay, so we are...
That's us, not them.
I am gonna light everything on fire.
So you guys, there's a secret path out. You're out in the woods near like right where road end is. You're kind of in that area, looking down on them where they're walking on that road.
Road end. Okay, I see where we are. Wow, they're not that far from Whitewall. We don't have a lot of time.
They're not that far from Whitewall. Damn. I was gonna say there's really not much we can do unless we light like their supplies on fire.
What if we aggro the wasps and lead them to the army?
There aren't enough wasps for 1,000 army.
They're really big wasps.
It's also like, how many wasps do you think are gonna follow us? It's not like hive mind, I don't think.
Well, are they? They're past that bridge already.
What bridge?
Is that a bridge? There's like a black mark near the Dancing Apple Inn over the river.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're past that.
How many bridges can we blow? The river does run pretty close to the road. I don't know.
I mean, didn't we already take care of that major bridge on the road?
You did.
Yeah.
They're going to have a hard time getting across that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them.
And there's an angry river spirit still.
Oh, fuck. I don't want that. How do I
Hold on
do
one
that?
sec. I'm gonna call.
Uh-oh. Our general. Oh, there we go.
John says, summon the trolls, darkness versus the sun god.
I think they certainly love fighting again, but we have a little bit of time, actually. They're 1,000 troops, so they're moving pretty slow, and they're on foot
Yeah.
They're on foot.
with, like, armor and stuff, so it's heavy. I have a little bit of time. I'm not sure.
That guys,
Well-
thank you so much. All right.
I'm not sure what we could do other than, like, get rid of their supplies.
Yeah, I mean, if their supplies are coming,
That would also prevent supplies from getting to Whitewall.
we could try to burn them. Like, with, like, a stealth style mission.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Burn it, poison it.
Poison is looked down upon.
Wow.
But,
I've already, oh yeah.
excellent thinking.
It's un-Orlanthy. Yeah, we can try to burn the supplies, I guess. That's probably the most crippling thing a force that's a tenth of their size could do. And we can obviously send word to Gavin's Cross and
We
the
can
River
send,
Spirit and Whitewall. We can send Vesper to warn
yeah, we
them
can
that
send
they're
Vesper
coming.
again.
The thing is, we built this party with no rogues.
But we have the third company, though, too.
The third,
we have the
that's
third
true,
wind.
they're roguey. Yeah, I think burning the supplies and, like, if we can identify some of their higher ranking people, if we can kidnap them, like, I don't know.
Ooh, that is a good idea, too. Look for anyone
Yeah,
official.
just a couple select targets to kidnap.
It's harder to do, though, with, like, 1,000 soldiers.
It is hard to do, but maybe they are,
Comfortable?
yeah, maybe they're comfortable. Their force is just so much larger than ours.
Go to
Maybe
take
it'll
a
make
pee.
them a little lazy, you know?
You go to take a piss and we just scoop them right up.
Well, probably won't be that easy. We'll probably
Yeah,
have to sneak
right.
into the camp somehow and kidnap them and burn the supplies.
That sounds ridiculously hard.
It does sound ridiculously hard. We are going to need accelerant if we're going to burn supplies.
They're on foot, right?
They're on foot.
We don't have to be.
That's true.
We can't do all of us, but this is the thing. If we're going to burn the supplies, fire arrows at the camp, set as much as we can on fire. Run.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to pass by Two Top again, too. Or not again, but they're going to have to pass by Two Top. That's like an area we're familiar with.
Anybody? This is a question for the GM in a meta sense. Do we have people who have magic that is capable of launching heavy earth stuff far? Like barrels or bags of, like, oil? Like, we don't have enough time to build a catapult, but do we have a spell that can function as a catapult in a pinch?
This is what they look like. I just put a picture of them in
These fucking nerds.
I was like, do they look like the standard typical?
No, that's not standard typical.
They do have helmets that look a little bit like the Monty Python.
Oh. Oh, yeah, you're right. They're not. Oh, there's an eye in the center there.
Yep.
8-pointed star. Hmm.
They're more heavily armored than anyone else you fought.
All right.
They're also like,
Yeah.
I get the sense that they're like kind of pretentious looking, right?
I mean, you're far away. You're not there.
I'm not there.
So,
this is more
yeah.
just
looking.
Yeah, that's the best we can do. I think we send word to warn Whitewall and Gavrina if we can, and we try to burn their supplies and wagons as much as we can. That's a lot of fucking people, and they're gonna eat a fucking lot, and they're not gonna be able to provision that on the road just by going to inns and communities. Like,
The fires, the inns, well, the camp, they'll march ahead of their wagon train. The wagon train's probably still guarded, but if we can just ride up on it, maybe when they're stopping or before they stop.
mm-hmm.
We better get back. We got some planning to do.
Yeah. How close am I to a Geo's? I want to make incendiary devices.
You have stuff you can do that within your
Do we have
focus.
enough to spare to
Yeah.
make? Okay,
You could
cool.
probably-
Okay, let's
I mean,
make
you've got-
incendiary devices.
You've got arrows. You just
I was like, Geos,
wrap 'em
I
in
need
cloth, light 'em on
5
fire.
barrels of oil now.
I mean, you wrap them on. They don't know that, John.
We also have like fire or arrow spells too.
You do. Well, you do.
Oh, you know what else?
No, I think
really
it's
shitty
a
too?
general one.
Even if we
Oh, I
can't burn
think
the
you know.
supplies, if we kill their horses that are pulling the wagons, that will also suck a lot for them.
Oh shit, that's true. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
So it's just a general rate of fuckery is what you want to do.
Yeah, just to slow them down.
Okay.
And then, you know what?
Right.
They'll honestly probably send at least a detachment after us. And it might be a detachment small enough for us to pick off if we splinter them like that. Who knows?
I mean, dressed like that, like they're not good at like probably woods and quick travel and stuff like that. So, possibly, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like some of us should stay here or go from here to go farther down the line and get a look on the wagon so we can save time. The wagons. And some of us should go back to camp.
It's still like just after like 1 o'clock, probably. It's still early. So if you can try to scout close to them, it's going to be hard.
Okay, back to camp.
Yeah. Okay.
Double time!
I'll be nice and say Bryn and Des get back from their walk just at that time.
Showtime, people. We've got 1,000 lunar. What the fuck were they called?
They're called the Burl Phalanx.
Burl.
Burl fan.
Burl, yeah.
Barrel.
Burl? I know it's
B-U-R-L?
a sort. A burl is like the
Burl.
semi-precious stone. A burl.
Barrel.
Yeah.
Oh, barrel. Okay.
Burl. Yeah.
Barrel phalanx. Yep.
Burl. Yeah.
They are heading to Whitewall, and we have to make sure that's not easy for them. I will find Vesper
Okay.
and
He's
Kyrie's
with-
probably together.
He's with Chimes. Yep.
Hey, Vesper. We could use you.
Hostile. I'm sorry.
We've got a message
horrible.
for...
Can't do birds.
Owl voice. I can't do birds.
I am a robot.
Birds aren't real.
Birds. Birds charge on power lines. We have some really important information we have to convey to Kalir at Whitewall, and if we can warn Gavrina as well.
I can warn Gavrina, says Kyrese.
That would be amazing. That'd be great. There's about 1,000 soldiers in the Barrel Phalanx headed toward Whitewall now. They are well armed, currently well provisioned, but we're gonna see what we can do about that. But just give them as much warning as they can to be ready. They're gonna have to cross the river, if they intend to join the siege.
I will tell. Clear.
Thank you.
He flies off. And I will tell Gavrina. And he just sits down and meditates, and you see his fetch.
There are passageways that are swifter if you know them.
That's right.
All right, fuck. Now I will rejoin the company. I'm sure the word is spreading.
Yeah.
Get our little
People
war
are starting
council
to
back
kinda
together.
like- yeah, Erenina's like, what's going on? What's up?
Big phalanx company headed toward Whitewall. About 1,000.
Shit, that's 10-1. We can't fight them.
We have to fuck with them instead.
I love it.
I was thinking, obviously moving troops, that many troops, they have to have provisions for the road. And also when they arrive, if we can destroy as much of that as possible, that will not be comfortable for them. Maybe they'll even
the
send
wagons.
a detachment after us. The wagons.
This is going to have to be horse archery and horses, says Lily. This is Lilia saying that. We don't have, we only have like 20 horses. Can't be a lot of us.
Can we augment with magic?
Oh, and not for very long. Most magic is kind of short and temporary.
I mean, I
folks,
could.
I've got multi-arrow. That's more than one at a time.
I mean, I know a few spells.
I'm all ears, Kurt. We could use anything. No, there are no bad ideas.
So I
look
doesn't
at him like
necessarily
who
mean that
invited
we just
him.
have to distract them to make it easier for you to
Getting close enough to destroy.
destroy. So it could be a sound, a sight, or anything like that. I could just simply make something. And I'll have to like ask Christian, like, so I have a couple of the illusion spells. Can I like make like a fire or something like that?
Absolutely.
Or, yeah. So the idea is that essentially to create a
If you could make it look like the attack is
distraction.
coming from the other side,
exactly.
and then we hit them from the side they're not suspecting, and even then, before they figure out the illusion, they'll split to try to deal with both sides, but only one
Exactly.
of us is real.
Exactly.
Lilia mentioned that they have magic of their own. Do we have an idea of what their magic is like? That's a question for Lilia.
Lilia might know this. Hold on. Let me see.
The other thought is we just strike every fucking wagon with lightning. We're just like, ah!
We only have so many of those spells, though, too.
Just earth elementals. Just throwing wagons.
Only have so many of those, too.
Where the hell is her sheet? Here she is. Where are her skills?
And someone mentioned hitting them multiple times. That's a good idea, too. Of course, they'll be more prepared probably after the first time, though.
Wow. She rolled really well. Yeah, so, I mean, they're not Yelm worshippers per se. They're more, they worship Polaris, which, he's the pole star. He's the same one that, actually, it's the same one that Kalir visited. But
The fuck, guys?
they, I know that they fought Orlanthe forever. I mean, they're one of the reasons that they're not really like as Orlanthe isn't really as powerful in their river valley because they drove you out.
Well, we do love a good spot of revenge, so there's that.
But we don't have like any insight on how they typically fight or magic-wise.
They fight in phalanxes. They have, I mean, each regiment has their own kind of like you guys, like a spirit, a wider spirit.
And whiters aren't invulnerable, right? You can kill them.
You can. Some of them are really powerful.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, ours is a dragon. Theirs could be really strong, too.
The main thing we have here is they're probably not expecting us. And even if they were, they probably wouldn't think we would be able to do anything. They're very arrogant. Most Darahapans are.
All right, so... trying to think if it's better to hit them while they're marching or while they're stopped.
While they're stopped, if they're
Because
marching.
when they stop, they'll set guards.
Rue,
While they're marching, it's broad daylight. Go ahead,
when
Christian.
they're stopped, and when they're in the middle of something like setting up camp or stopping, they'll be in a lot of confusion.
The
That would be
During
the best time to get
transition.
'em. Yeah.
When they're breaking stuff down and moving it. Untethering horses, moving horses. Transition then.
Dusk. Gives us a nighttime to escape.
All right, so we need your best riders who are proficient at archery. Put together a group.
You coming, Bryn?
Of course.
Yeah.
We need to gather arrows that can be lit.
Yep.
And her will need you.
For your distraction.
Make the attack look like it's coming from different angles.
Of course.
What else can we do?
I think we should all recognize that this may fail and we all may die, and that we should come to terms with our deaths and be
If
grateful
that
for what we
could
have right
be,
now.
if that could not be part of this conversation, that would be incredible.
It's
No, I
also
think it needs-
Kurt, it's also like we've come this far because we're willing to die for this cause. Every single person here is already aware of that. But thank you for your contribution.
Good.
Met a man who died 3 times. Didn't slow him down much.
Actually, it kind of made him a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
And he still wants to fuck your mom!
Yes. Someday he might be stepdad, but not yet.
And to be fair, Kymreese has also died once and also kind of came back a little bit stronger. Maybe twice. Unsure.
Yeah, it's like the Super Saiyan effect.
Should we bring someone who can summon an earth elemental just in case?
Can summon an earth. Is that a thing?
That's an Ezralla question, I
That's an
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Ezralla has enjoyed going out raiding.
She has enjoyed the raids.
She's pretty ferocious.
I think we should. If Ezralla is interested in coming, it could help cover our escape at the very least. If nothing else, slow down pursuers.
Pick up some dust clouds.
If the horses are, like, if they're in transition of moving horses and stuff like that, do you think, like, if something
Syl and I are going to try to terrify them, yes.
Yeah, would be able to kind of make them run or something.
Yeah, we'll try to target the horses.
Right. So the plan is, this is Lilia. We're going to get close to them at dusk when they're starting to set up camp. Scare off their draft animals if we can.
Volley of fire arrows.
Volley of fire arrows.
It's going to make it
burn
look
the
like more
wagons.
arrows are coming from the other side, which hopefully will split in the confusion, especially any resistance.
Cause confusion and then get the hell out of there.
Burn as many wagons as we can.
Yeah.
Fine with me.
we might want to have some people set up in our place of retreat to pick off pursuers if they come after us.
That'll be up into the woods, so maybe Des could lead them.
Yeah, if we can lead our archers through there where we've got some other warriors in blinds ready to just knock off pursuers.
Okay. All right, sounds like a plan. I'll have them start getting the arrows ready. She heads off to start getting arrows wrapped up and covered in probably fat, like animal fat. It's
Or
probably
pitch or something.
Yeah, pitch. Those are the things you probably have that are like most like
What is
easily found.
pitch?
It's like tar.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's like tar. It's sticky. It's flammable.
Yeah, gotcha.
As John says, which is the case, like 1,000 people is going to have a lot of camp followers. So the wagon train is going to be mostly non-combatants, but it'll be like cooks, slaves, wagon folk, wives, wives, both like actual wives, and some of them are just kind of like, camp
Fuck, if we
followers.
can free some of the slaves.
They're probably looking to do a lot now with 20 people on horses.
I know. That would be really. That might be the second hit, though. There's no reason we can't hit them more than once.
They'll be more
different times.
yeah, but we want to have like the most effect probably the first one because they'll be more prepared the second time. We just have to change our tactics quite a bit as we hit them. Free the slaves. I mean, it's a good idea, but the slaves also have to be ready to like. And they've also been maybe walking all this
You
way.
had a good plan before you started trying to save people. Let's leave it at that.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
You're trying to do too
All
much.
right, it's good enough.
Just like with your
Yeah.
duck navy, you try
My
to do too
Duck
much. Sometimes
Navy!
you
I'm
overreach.
telling you, the Duck Navy will rise.
Okay. All right. So the plan is it's 9:55. You might be able to run this using the battle rules before the end of the night. Okay. So the
like
plan-
tonight.
Yeah. The plan is Des is going to lead.
Des and his
lead
team are
some
set up in our path
archery
of retreat
people.
in the woods.
Yep. Okay.
The archers are going to go forward, and we're going to hit them from like the broad side facing the woods with arrows. But Kerr's going to do some illusion shit to make it seem like an attack is also coming from the other side to help sow confusion. I'm going to be shooting flaming arrows also, but me and Syl are going to try to, with various giant direwolf noises and howls and growls and stuff, spook as many horses as we can.
Okay. Where are my maps?
We're just working on our wolf insults. We're like, what are we going to say? We're gonna eat your noses.
So what they're probably going to begin setting up camp, because you saw them along that stretch of road between the Dancing Apple Inn and Road End. They're probably going to wind up setting camp up somewhere just south of Road End across that little stream.
Oh god. I almost thought you fell, Chris. Holy crap.
I fell?
You didn't, but I heard a noise. I think your chair was moving, and I thought you had fallen. I was
Okay.
All right, that's
All
a good a
right,
place. That's as good a place for them to die as any.
my heart.
All right. Give me a company. Yes. Kent, you're in charge of rolling these things.
Yes,
So give
I
me
have the company sheet.
Constitution roll. So it's just con times 5 to see how good you do with making the arrows, the flammable arrows.
Okay.
See how effective they wind up being.
Okay. That is a success. Normal success.
Beautiful. All right. You get everybody's furbished with
Furbished.
20 or so pitched arrows. You're able to really Havar gets as many people as possible involved with just rapid arrows. You spend a lot of time, but fortunately he takes away with the other projects that people are doing, and everyone's able to get them done pretty quickly.
Excellent.
You ride out. Des, how many guys do you take on foot for your little ranger ambush group?
I think we have 20 on horse. I'd say at least half that, so 10.
10? Just to pick off anyone who might
You have
be
to get them
dumb
all
enough to come to the-
painted for camouflage in the woods and shit.
Yep.
Okay.
They can set up little
So you
hunter
head off,
blinds.
you start off together. Obviously, it's slower going with the horses, but that's okay because you want to get there when it's starting to get dark. And you do get out of the woods, and you can see with your far sight, Rue. By the way, take away. You've used some magic
2
points here, so just mark that. Yeah, it's 2 each time, so it's probably like 4 that you've used now. You'll have them back next time.
Does my magic go up with my power? Do I have to do something before that happens? Because my power has gone up a lot.
Your magic points go up.
Yeah, equal your...
Yeah.
Your magic
Equal
points
your-
always equal your power. Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent.
So yeah, you can see in the fading light of the setting sun, the train appears that they're beginning to set up a camp, but the back end of it, that train will be moving in like over a long period of time. So you guys have plenty of time to sneak over there.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna have the Carney roll that roll for stealth because you're set up in the woods, so you're not technically part of that. So we're gonna roll unless one of you guys wants to roll the company stealth check.
Too
Nobody
scared.
wants to. Okay, too scared. What's the company dex, Kent?
Company dex is 12.
Okay, I rolled a 7.
Nice.
Oh,
And
that's
Carney,
We are the knights.
as you notice, riding with a Carney is an expert cavalrywoman.
Ooh.
Kerr, I don't think you've met her, but she's Lilia / Carney. I'm sorry, I'm calling her other name. She's like a super goth.
She's a
Her
badass
armor-
princess
armor is
on
black.
the run.
Her hair is
War
so black
princess.
it actually almost looks blue, but she doesn't have any livery or anything on her armor. It's unmarked, and her tattoos are not Sartar tribal tattoos. So it's kind of like she's definitely not from around here.
Not from here, but she's a badass war princess who's on the run from her dad, who rides hell horses that he got when he went to hell, and tried to marry her off to the lunar princelet, who's like 12, and she did not like that, so she left.
Oh.
That's pretty accurate. But she learned from her dad clearly about what the fuck to do, and she's very good at keeping you guys kind of like behind hillocks and in valleys and like kind of sneaky, getting close to these people, where you're able to get very close to this wagon train. Amazingly, these people have been very cocky moving through Sartar. Again, they think it's conquered territory.
Yeah, they're like, we have
And-
1,000 dudes. Who's gonna do anything? And it's like, us.
They didn't set out any pickets.
I present to you 20 dudes.
So you guys do not run into any sort of scouts or pickets or screen of anything that's like protecting their baggage train or anybody from coming up on them. They were not expecting this.
comfortable.
They were not expecting to be
They're
fucked
like
with.
1,000 army. Yes, very
Yeah.
shiny. They're the shiny army.
This reminds me of the 100 dudes, one girl.
One girl. I don't know.
Hillocks. Did I say Hillocks? I meant Hillocks. John.
Hillcocks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say Hillocks. I must have said Hillocks.
Standing erect in the
The mighty Hillcocks standing erect at the foot of the mountains.
All right.
So you get
Getting close.
close
Do some
enough.
quiet communication to make sure everybody's picking appropriate targets so we can maximize
Yep.
our spread on the first
You
volley.
see that they are beginning to, so they're not stopped yet. They're
We
beginning
should hit
to
them when
stop.
they start unhitching horses.
Some of the
Like,
wagons are starting to stop, and the rest of them are kind of trickling in, including a lot of people who are just on foot, who are just camp followers.
we should hit them when they're about halfway done, when they're like done hitching like half of the horses ish. So some of the wagons can't move, and the ones that can have horses that will be fucking panicked attached to them, which increases the chance of rolling the wagons
explains-
over.
The plan is you ride past and shoot out, circle back, and again, as many times as we can before the soldiers start coming. When they do, we leave.
Okay.
They won't be able to follow us on foot.
And the ones that try in the woods.
Kerr, what are you going to do?
So, with my...
Yeah, I'm going to get my red book of magic here.
Yeah, about to say, because pretty much I want to kind of make the... It doesn't necessarily have
What
to
day
be
is
like,
it?
Good question. It is Wednesday of Death Week. So it is not, it is a, just if you need to know about the moon,
normal day.
it is nothing
Not
for
a bad
you.
day.
You can wolf out if you need to. And it is a crescent come. So it's a waxing sliver of red moon today.
Oh, which is good. That means any lunars are going to have weaker magic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am wondering if I should heal or not.
While you think about that, Her, what are you going to do?
So I'd like on the opposite side. So if they're kind of doing like a circle thing where they're kind of like firing in, it's happening on the opposite side, but it's counter the ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, it doesn't necessarily have to make. I don't have to make the illusion look like people, but the idea that it looks like fire going
fire
into
arrows kind of swooking into
fire
like
arrows going in there
of
too as
arrows.
well.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah, just fire arrows from the night, which is scarier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it is now like, just past that golden hour as the sun has set. And rune magic, someone help me who's in the chat. Spirit magic is a range of 150. No, spirit magic is 50 meters. Rune magic is 150 meters. So you're going to be using rune magic, that's a really long distance, right?
Using
that you can
the big one?
easily, yeah, because that's what he has, right? Are those the ones you want to use? Because you have a couple options here. Yeah,
because I'm looking at illusory sound, illusionary motion,
yep.
Illusory
bringing
sight.
them up right now.
Yeah, and it's all under.
So illusory sight, illusory sound, illusionary motion. So each one of those is 1 point, right? Mm-hmm. They're stackable, which means you can basically cast them all together.
Cool.
To make it like, okay, the whistling of flaming arrows, like the guttering of the flame, the motion of them flying through the air, like you put them all together, you combine them all together, and I will say that you can make it look like multiple ones. It's not going to just be one.
Yeah,
of them, right?
Yeah, because that's the thing. It's like the volleys too as well. Yep.
Yeah. So over the period of time that the spell lasts, which will be about 30 minutes, because you're putting three room points in. You can volley 3 times.
Cool.
You can repeatedly make it look like volleys are coming from areas that you want to do. So what you want to do to cast that spell is you're going to use one of your runes. Okay. So that uses an illusion rune to cast that, which is the 3 dots. But you have an illusion rune. I know it's pretty high for you. It's in the
on my
first page with the little guy.
Yeah, it's opposite truth. So it's one of the ones that are paired. So you have an illusion and a truth.
Man.
Yeah, so my illusion is 80.
Yep. Yeah. So you want to roll under that if you can.
Damn.
Watch, I'm gonna get over. Not under.
You got under? All right, perfect. So first of all, check that. There's a checkbox next to it because you can make that go higher later.
Okay.
And you successfully cast your spell.
Cool.
And you use I think you have 4 room points, right?
Yes, I saw 4 room
so
points.
You have 4 as like a max amount, but you have now used 3 of them. You do not get to do that again until you to worship your god.
We lost Sarah.
Oh crap. All right, we'll wait for her. We'll wait for her to come back.
She said everything crashed.
Oh no.
I was like, things have changed.
Yeah.
God, it's humid over here today.
It's very humid out. It is.
Yeah, I say I have my fan on. It's still warm.
Yeah.
I know, it's like the same thing. I'm like taking one of the things off just because of the year.
I'm just like sweating, and I'm like, "Wow, it's not that hot." So like, why?
No, it's just the humor. Oh, the
I'm
internet
fucking
did the
cold.
blip.
What?
He's so close to the air conditioner in his place.
Yeah,
I'm so cold.
Oh, you have the AC running though?
No.
Oh, just cold.
It was on.
Like I'm downstairs right now, so it's comfortable. With when I go upstairs, it's not going to be cool at all.
So So my room, like if you see behind me, like where my window is, that's the ground outside.
Yeah, so you're a little bit low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm
is your is your like a
insulated.
raised ranch your house?
Yeah.
yeah,
I
it
don't even
half
know what
that's
yours.
basically
Yeah,
what
I
mine
don't know
is.
what
Yeah.
yours would be considered. Yeah,
it's like the front is
I don't think it's a raised
like
ranch.
half buried, the back is open. But yeah, I got the niceness of like having like half my room under the in the dirt, and then first connection off the AC.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh no, poor Sarah.
John, is that 4 Celsius, right? For us Americans, that is 39.2 degrees.
Oh my god,
She's
that's
just
cold.
restarting her internet. Yeah, that is cold.
39.2. Where in?
Scotland
Oh,
is where John is. Yeah.
Yep.
Scotland.
We were just talking about this the other week, Jess. Remember?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. Hi.
they're above the 42nd parallel.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they are north of us.
Yep.
Poor John. It's 3 a.m.
Aw, thanks for being here, John.
Yeah. I know what in the Discord earlier, Cernibus and was saying that the stream starts for him in Australia at 7 a.m.
Yep.
And
I mean, that's better at least than 3 a.m. Jeez.
Yeah.
yeah, right now, and Sunday meets in Vietnam, and it would be
that's
6
right.
a.m. for Sunday meet
That's right.
when we started.
That's
Gotta get up early.
Yeah.
Sarah has to go and leave at the best time. So anyway, Chris, when you use room points, your room
Leave,
points are
quote,
basically
unquote.
like a direct connection to your god.
Okay.
And when you use them, they're kind of like, they're not one and done, but you cannot cast those spells again until you replenish them.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Now your spirit magic spells are like lesser spells. You can use them pretty much daily.
Okay.
As many magic points as you have, you just.
But the
them and
runes
use them.
ones are a little bit more. Okay.
The
that
rune
makes
ones are
sense.
much more powerful. Yeah.
Oh, so my spirit magic is replenished. I see.
Yep.
Okay.
Your spirit magic replenishes daily.
Don't forget to
and
roll
your-
power.
Correct. When you cast spirit magic. Yep.
Oh, not with rune magic though.
Nope, he did it. He rolled his
Oh,
thing
he
already.
did.
He rolled his. You
That's
got to
right.
roll a rune.
Yeah,
to
rune
against
is
a rune to cast a rune spell. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So
Yep.
he's good there.
That's right.
You also have a third super secret magic on there that nobody else has.
Ah.
John said was saying his stream starts at midnight for him, so
Oh,
he stays
that's
up till 3 with us.
But I will tell you
That's
that
rough.
John is just like a night owl anyway, because he talks to me at like all sorts of times where it's like
Yeah.
super late over there. So yeah. If you want to wolf out, we can do those rolls too now. We might as well while we wait.
So, just to be sure, every wild day is a minor holy day to Telmore, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once a week, I have a shot at regaining room points.
Yep.
Wow, that's nice. At least on the upper side.
You know, I've been hoarding them for this entire game, so I think I'm going to do it.
Sure.
You're like only during the thing, so I can replenish them when it.
If I can
when I
replenish
can.
them once a week, I don't have to be quite so stingy with them as I've been being.
Yeah,
Possibly. That doesn't mean I'll actually make
It's
it
kind
every
of
week,
like
but
it's kind of like a trade off. You get less spells than the other folks
yeah.
because there just aren't as many on the list, but you can get them back more. You know, it's kind
Yeah.
of like that's the way I look at it. Yeah.
Unless your god turns on you.
Didn't
Even though I
on
don't think
you.
she didn't
I
technically
saw
turn
her
on me.
dancing with you, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna wolf out. Me and Sil, when the riders are going through, we're gonna go running on in and we're gonna bite some horse necks and heels and shit and fucking
Doesn't
tear it up.
answer you. Doesn't turn. Just didn't answer. Talking to myself.
mumbling.
Yeah.
All right, do your beast roll to see if you can Do it.
Beast roll. Don't fail.
Wait, are you going to ride a horse as a werewolf
No, I'm going to turn into a full wolf. 4
Okay.
legs.
and have the movement rate of, okay,
Yeah.
fair.
Where the horse would be like, "Get the fuck off of me!"
Yeah, because
It
this is
would
the
be-
question. This is the question that I'm going to. You have rerolls all around, by the way. The question that I'm going to ask is: are you doing hide too to have like brought immunity to weapons? Or are you just going to go wolf form?
Nope, just reroll.
So if I just do wolf form, I won't have enough
rerolls.
points to do wolf hide by itself anyway.
Okay.
So-
you're just going to risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah,
and say,
just
doing
gonna go
the
all
form?
in. We're gonna go all in.
Alright.
We're gonna cause
Yeah.
as much fucking chaos
Fair.
as we can.
Alright.
Me and my sister. Should I augment with love of my sister? It's an 80. I probably got this, right? What are the chances? I've got a reroll too.
We
The
have
worst
rerolls.
strike. I'll just roll it. 17.
Hey,
Nice.
you check it.
Hey, I had an 81 for my love of fall instead, and I still failed.
Mm,
Can happen.
Check it.
those aren't perfect.
All right, I'm gonna. I think I'm just gonna kind of. Sarah's character isn't technically there.
She's here to triage if the worst should
She's
happen.
here to triage
Yes.
if the worst could happen, but we'll do the battle while we wait because it's not gonna.
Yeah.
Hmm.
She's not gonna be rolling anything. I don't know how long she's gonna take rebooting. Her internet went down, so she's just trying to reboot it. So Jess is like half in her thing.
Yeah, I see that. It's
Kent
like
became
she-
Marissa.
Yep.
Oh,
Amber
that's a
became
good
Kent.
one. That's a
Just
good
still,
one.
Chris is
Amber
still
became
where he is.
Des.
Yeah.
It's funny because Jess is half in Bryn, half in Rue.
Yeah, she's like half herself and half Rue. It's
Aww.
You
Alright,
soulmates.
Kerr. You begin to call on the power of your god, and you now have the ability to create these illusions. As you're doing that, you hear some prayers that turn into growling as the person you know as Rue is now a wolf next to you.
I mean, he did tell me.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he's getting naked.
That's
I know.
very
Well,
different
well,
than
no,
seeing
he-
it.
Well, actually, no, he didn't give me the heads up, and now I'm kind of disappointed because now it's just like, oh, I wanted to be naked too.
No, you don't. Not right now. We're going to be running through the woods at night. Do you
The
want a
rest do you
small
do?
jungle animal to attack your penis? That's how you get an animal to attack your penis.
Let me
This
tell you
wouldn't be the
something.
first campaign that
not-
he's had a squirrel attached to his junk.
Do
I
not
don't
kink
want to know
shame.
that answer to that story. So yeah, what do you do, Chris?
His
What do
name
you
was
do, Kerr?
His name was
Enriquio.
Enriquio.
He could cast Fireball. He was very possessive of Chris's nuts.
What do you do, Chris? I'm just going to ignore that. What do you do, Chris?
I mean, so I can't get naked now, so I'm just going to continue to cast the spell.
It's like,
Okay.
well, in the absence of an opportunity to get naked, I guess I'll cast this illusion.
I guess I'll do the thing
You
I'm
cast-
supposed to do.
You cast the illusion, and the arrows arc from the darkness on the other side of the road, falling on this camp.
Right.
People see
Everybody
them
look
coming
that
because you're
way.
like, and people are like, oh! And as you do that, Lily is like, all right, light them. And people begin lighting their arrows, either with spells or whatever they have available to them to do, and take off to attack. Rue, you turn into a wolf and you jump and start going to try like
so
scare
run it
animals
in.
and
We're
shit
gonna
you
fuck
and so.
up these horses.
So, Des, give me a company strength check just to see how attacks go. And then, Rue, I want to give me just another beast rune roll just to see how scary you guys are.
Yeah.
All right. Bryn, you can roll to hit some stuff too if you want with your bow. Because you're riding around shooting.
Regular
Now-
success.
Excellent. When you shoot from horseback or elkback, Bryn, your skill with the bow is limited to your ride skill if you're riding while you do it.
Shit.
That
I
makes
think-
sense.
Limited by my
Yep.
ride
I think
skill.
for Brain, I think her ride skill was higher than her.
I think it
Bow
is too.
skill
So
anyway.
if that's the case, then you
My
just go
bow
off your
skill
bow
is-
skill.
Oh, you're right. Good job, Ken.
Kent knows her character better than she does.
I didn't even know. I'm just like, if I were Jess, I would definitely put my ride skill higher than my weapon skill anyway.
Oh, no. My weapon skill actually is higher. Only by a little bit, though.
Right. So you're on your bow. Your bow skill is the skill you use.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I use the higher one of the two?
No, I'm sorry.
No, you
your
said it
ride skill.
limited,
You
so
use-
my ride
yeah,
skill.
It's limited to your ride skill. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I did this math correctly, though. Because I have a different ride skill if it's Ort or not Ort.
It will be your Ort skill if you ride an Ort.
Well, yes, right.
No.
Okay, yeah, it is the same.
Hey, she's popping back in.
Huh,
Hey.
maybe not.
No worries. I'm just going to leave everyone where they are. Everyone's in a
Cool.
different place, but we're not going to.
Yeah.
We're just starting
not-
to
not
do
too-
the attack.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Yeah.
Oh, no, it is actually much higher.
Just fully went into Ruin Square now.
Aw.
And now Sarah is Bryn.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, it is much higher. Okay. All right. Should I augment? Maybe I will still augment. I'm going to augment air.
Sure. That's a really good one. Air or movement would be perfect for this.
Yeah. I got a 2. That is a super success to
Fuck
augment
yeah.
air.
All right. So first of all, check that shit, yo.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then augment the super success.
Binga's
for-
riding with you too.
You get to add
Yeah.
50% to your skill.
Okay, great. So that makes it 100 and
Welcome up.
you said 50?
Mm-hmm.
That makes it 122.
And I will rule that like this is not limited by your ride. This is like Orlanth. Orlanth is the god of bandits who loves fucking shit up, inspiring you to do this.
Nice. Perfect.
Or Vinga as the goddess of fucking shit
Yeah.
up.
As the goddess of the access to male Orlanth pantheon.
The god and goddesses of go fuck yourself.
Wait, so 122 is my ride skill. So which one do I
So
roll?
then you could. Okay. Oh, so I thought you were arguing your bow. All right. So no, roll your.
Do I roll? Oh, so
you
I roll
can
both?
safely roll bow. Now,
Okay.
whatever your bow skill is, that's what you're shooting at.
Okay, gotcha.
Ride would
Gotcha.
only come into account if you're trying to do some tricky stuff, which you're not. I would say you don't really necessarily need
basic
a
riding
ride
and
skill to
shooting
do
right
this.
now.
Yeah.
To hit
I rolled
wagons,
a 3, so that is another super success.
Hell yeah. Check your bow skill. And what were you trying to do? Because you're going to do a really awesome job at it.
Man, I was just going to be shooting fire arrows. I guess I also was shooting my spell too. Fudge skulls. But yeah, just fire arrows. I'm just kind of running in on Ort, kind of leaping over. Hopefully
She's
leading a
aiming for
charge
the
with
flammables
Lilia.
in the wagons, though.
Yeah.
They're starting to unpack certain things, so
Mm.
some of the
Sure.
wagons are open, and she's like, "Hey, for the
You
horses."
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
like Lilia
say-
was saying, like I love
Hey,
the
look, a
idea
crate
of
of
kind of
lantern
running
oil.
down, right, like with Ort down the
Yeah.
line of
Yeah,
wagons.
everybody's
And just,
got-
A
You're
couple
kinda,
of
like,
wagons
going
have
around
lanterns hanging from them. She's like, "Fuck that lantern full of oil."
That is exactly what I was going to ask. So Bronze Age lanterns, pitch. I'm trying to think of like super flammable things because you rolled so well. You're going to hit like a super flammable wagon, cause a bunch of fucking shit. Nothing's going to blow up because I can't
Yeah.
imagine them having like a big oil wagon. But
So-
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah,
fucking
what would be,
pinging
like,
oil lamps that are just
super-
spilling
yeah.
everywhere and lighting shit on fire.
So in our current experience, like in Red Dead, if
you
you're
shoot the lamp and it blows up,
it
and
blows
kind
up,
of-
yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll burst around anyone.
Fine, we'll go with that.
Drops
They
flaming
have-
oil
they
down the
have
side of the
lamps.
wagon, like,
Why
yeah.
not? I'm sure that lamps are. I'm pretty sure lamps are in the weapons and equipment guide. These are fancy ass lunars, so they'll have lamps. You managed to shatter. They wouldn't have glass though. That's the thing. But maybe it's like a
They're probably
pot-
pottery lamps. Like, they have
Yeah,
their
pottery
pottery and
lamp.
they have like a wick, that sticks
pottery
out.
with a wick. So that's what they have. Like they have those kind of hanging. You managed to hit one of them and shatter it, where it splashes onto a wagon that must have been carrying something very flammable because it just goes up. The horses and
The
that were
rum!
yeah, the donkeys that were, it was really like, they're really like mules and stuff that they're using to drag these, panic like fuck and start going through the camp and like knocking people over and trashing shit. And you managed to cause a shit ton of like chaos by doing that with that shot. The rest of the guys going through, same thing. They're getting off great arrows. They're hitting stuff. Stuff's going to go on fire. A couple of wagon people just get shot because, they're in the wrong place at the wrong time. A couple of donkeys and some oxen they use to pull things get shot and either like panic and like start trashing shit or die.
That's fair.
But your first volley and pass is very good. Rue, you and Syl are in wolf form. You start tearing through it. Roll for beast to see how you do.
Got a 19 out of 80.
Fuck yeah. You guys howl as two wolves and just
Go running.
rush through this.
We're
like,
biting
chaos,
donkey necks and heels and
just
shit.
kind of like nipping at things, and even just people in general, like fucking wolves. So you just cause a lot of panic.
Yeah. More than nipping though, like we're trying to hamstring cattle.
You're trying to
and
hamstring
draft
fine.
animals, so they actually can't pull.
You manage to hamstring a couple.
Yeah.
You also cause a huge panic. Again, animals that were starting to get unhitched are just stampeding. Ones that are on wagons are getting caught up in that. People are losing control of the wagons, and wagons are overturning and stuff like that as you cause massive chaos. You make a first circle. You hear shouts and stuff. The rear guard is starting to understand what's going on. You probably get maybe one, maybe two more passes of this before actual soldiers will be here to start figuring things out. Kerr, what are you gonna do? Just another volley?
Yeah, about to say another volley because I think if one of the things once our side actually stops, I want the fake ones are still going, so that way they're more likely to
save a volley for when we start the retreat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Make them seem like they're closer because they retreated slower. Yeah, but they're not really.
Bingo.
Okay.
Nice.
Fair. All right. So as the cavalry starts to wheel around, you just release another one from the other side, so people just don't know what side they're being hit on. You guys circle back around. You can make the same roll, Brand, if you want. Same thing, Kent, if you want to roll for, or Sarah, if you want to roll for the company to see how they deal with the shooting stuff. It's up to you. Okay. Sarah's like, I want nothing to do with that.
I barely
Arissa's
trust myself with Arissa's rolls. I'm not passing that shit on to other people. Are you fucking kidding?
Success. Regular success this time.
I got a regular success for the company.
Not as great as of a volley of shots this time. If you want to do your spirit magic, you can do that too, because you said you wanted to, I know.
That's okay. Well, that's all right.
Okay. Yeah. Not as great this time around. You managed to hit a wagon, and it's definitely lights on fire, but it's not as spectacular as the first time.
That's okay. I've already led the charge with Lilia.
Same thing with everyone else as you go by, just loosing arrows and hitting stuff. Some of it's good. Some of it's not as great. Some arrows miss, but you do a second nice shot of damage. Beast rune again, Rue, unless you want to change tactics.
You said the rear guard are just starting to notice?
Mm-hmm.
I want to hit them. The ones that are starting to respond. I'm cocky now because I'm immune to bronze weapons.
Are you though? Because you didn't say you cast Wolfhide.
Yeah, I did. Because I wouldn't have enough to cast it alone anyway if I didn't do the full thing. So, yeah.
Oh, you're going all in. All right, cool. All right, excellent. All right. Okay. It is, very disorganized, but some of them are kind of grabbing their shit and trying to so the first ones are kind of starting to run her over. So you see one with his helmet, in his shield. They don't wear anything on their right leg, but they have a greave on their left leg and full bronze armor. And they're very well armored, these dudes.
I want this leg.
But yeah, roll, fuck it, roll an attack. Let's see how you do. As a wolf runs out of the darkness at this guy.
I got an 11 out of 100, which is a special.
All right. He doesn't have time to set up a defense. He rolled a 54, which is normal for his dodge. Actually, that's a fail. He wouldn't have a higher dodge. So you get him. Roll a location.
Yeah.
We all know it's going to be the right leg.
If you get right leg, it'll
Give
be
me
amazing.
the leg.
Left leg.
Leg.
9.
Leg.
9. That is
Abdomen.
right in the gut.
Right
I'm
leg?
disemboweling him. Okay.
Abdomen.
He's armored there. So, all right, roll your damage.
This bitch. All right, my damage.
You gotta protect the abdomen.
I'm here, bite. Sorry, I lost my character sheet.
We almost could have had a lost leg.
I rolled balls, man. 3.
You dive into his stomach, which is just
Just headbutt
dive
him,
face first into
mostly.
bronze, and he falls down, but you don't damage him. He's just like, "Whoa," and falls down, and he's like, fuck, when he sees a wolf.
Ugh.
We'll keep trying.
All right. One more round. You hear behind them lots of shouts and beginnings of commanders issuing orders.
I wish I
True.
could grab one of the commanders and drag them off screaming into the night.
Oh, that's right. We were thinking about getting people.
We were throwing it around, but it's a little bit beyond the grasp of the actual plan, but Rue might go rogue.
Depends
I feel
on
like
how
the commanders might have magic, though.
it's more than likely that they have magic. It also depends on how many people are around them, I think.
Kerr, what do you do?
Are there plans to do another volley?
Probably one more, and then you're gonna. Lilia had said 3, and then you're gonna book it.
Yeah, so I'm going to do one more volley.
Okay. From another same thing, other direction.
This is going to be the last one, so yeah.
No, it doesn't have to be this. Now you can do more. You can. This will last. Your rune spell lasts because you put 3 wounds points in it, like 30 minutes. You can continue to do these for a while.
Oh yeah, then I'm just going to continue to do that for my end.
Okay.
Because essentially once the real ones actually stop, I want them to still happen.
Yep.
So that they're more likely to go after those instead.
Makes sense. Okay. Cool. All right. Rue, if you want to roll your shot, same thing with you, Kent. Amber, let me know what you want to do.
I'm gonna go rogue!
Okay.
I'm gonna try to find one of the shouting commanders. I hear one, ears up, I'm like, I'm gonna get you!
Aww.
Your healer isn't there.
I'm gonna get her!
Think twice.
See, I just want to grab one and drag him away.
In front of how many hundreds of people?
They don't have horses. They're on foot, man. I got 4 legs.
And you're gonna drag a heavily armored, heavy man?
I'm a huge wolf.
That's right, Sarah.
Your healer isn't there. I say no more.
Going mad with power. I'm going mad with moonlight.
How'd you do?
Dude
Bryn?
dies before our wedding. Oh, I got a regular success.
All right, you shoot another wagon.
Yeah.
How does the company do?
Also a regular success.
More wagons are lit up. Lily's like, let's get out of here. You hear the calls, Rue, of people retreating.
If it sounds like a couple commanders, or even not commanders, just people with leadership tendencies are shouting commands near-ish by,
Leadership tendencies.
I'm going to try to grab one of them.
They're forming into you see the troops form into phalanxes.
Mm-hmm.
What
So
the
they're
fuck are they
beginning
going to do with that against cavalry?
That's a phalanx is designed to fight cavalry, by the way.
Yeah, if
But,
they're coming, if they're charging
charging.
at
no, that's
you,
what they know. That's what they know. So they're forming into phalanxes. The leaders are in the middle.
Ah!
But you see one, kind of yelling and shouting orders and stuff, but he's in the middle of a phalanx.
I can't get to him there. Unless I leap over the phalanx, hoping that none of these weapons are enchanted and just bounce off of me harmlessly.
Weapons are shining strangely in the moonlight.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll go. I'll kill one more horse.
Syl rides up red with blood, splattered.
Does she have a leg?
No, but she definitely bit a lot of shit.
Yeah.
All right. She's had a good time. We'll go.
Arrows continue to whistle in from all directions, I'm assuming, Kerr. As you guys roll a company dex check, Kent, to see how good this
Sneaky.
sneaky escape is.
I'll slake my bloodthirst by falling behind the cavalry and falling in with Dessa's group to pick off people too as wolves.
Okay.
We'll get more blood there. It's just
I'm going to use one of the rerolls that we have. I got a
Fair.
67 out of 60. So
Oh, that was real
should
close,
any
yeah.
of them follow at all? Maybe they won't.
Close. That's a good point. They might send like regular
Checked that one off
scouts.
the reroll list. We're good.
Come on, guys.
They might send their like regular people.
Not
Dense
sneaky.
forest is a
Not
great
sneaky.
place to form a phalanx.
Okay.
Damn. Not.
You guys book it into the woods, into the hills, and then eventually into the woods. You do not hear or think you hear any sort of pursuit.
We definitely
you make it.
shouldn't go straight home.
Yes, you eventually see the guys, the
I guess we're
force,
hidden
the
by-
expeditionary force get into the woods.
Actually, we're hidden by the dragon, so actually that's fine.
The do we see any soldiers
people.
following?
Nope.
Will the ambush troop will give? We'll wait a few minutes and then if we
Follow.
see no one, follow.
Yeah, you wait. How long is a few minutes?
I'd say 5 minutes. Give them decent
Nothing.
enough time.
Nothing. You don't see anything. Something occurs to you though, because you guys are like now, like I mean, sure, obviously you're not gonna like gallop full tilt through the fucking forest in the middle of the night. But are you going to make efforts to cover up your tracks?
We should go to the river.
You cross that river to get there. It's just a stream, really.
Yeah, travel down or up it a ways and then get off of it in different places.
Too late. You said you went into the woods.
Oh, it's a different place. Yeah.
The river.
I don't think we should go
I-
straight back home though.
No,
I
for
think
sure not.
we
should go into the bee woods a little bit.
We also have to encounter the bees.
But what happens? It's just like in video
Kent,
game. You
what-
run by it super fast, and then it's all
Aggro
aggro for the
them.
people behind
What
you.
are you doing, Kent? Are you going to cover up the what? I'm just
the-
presenting that as an idea, right?
the ambush troop will try to when nothing is following, we'll try to cover the majority of the tracks to
Sure.
hopefully
It is moonlight that you're working with, so it's going to be a little
Yeah.
harder. So I'm going to say you survive. You can roll just your survival roll to see how to do it, but mine is 10. Mine is 10%. You can augment that roll though.
yeah, let's
It's pretty late by now too. It's like close to midnight
yeah.
because it takes a while to get out there, and it'll take you a while to get back. You guys might not even, if you push it, you'll get back to Storm's End through the pass, but it'll be like really early in the morning. Or you can camp out in the woods somewhere for the night.
No, I'm gonna try to augment with my illusion.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
No augment. No fail. No horrible fail. I got a 65 out of 50.
Okay.
So
let me minus 20 for that. Yeah.
all right. For survival, right?
Yeah, so it's minus 30 now total for your survival.
Dang. Oh, minus 20 for the moon?
Just because it's dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
because he flubbed the room too.
Gotcha.
So.
Dang. I rolled a 15,
Ah, that was pretty good.
but with a minus 30, I have to roll under a 10.
Ah, so
Ooh,
close.
okay.
So,
Okay.
not
I think
completely.
you did a good job.
Yeah.
It also depends very much on how good of like woodcraft their people have. But
Yeah.
you cover up as much as you can. I mean, you do the best you can. You know that you
It's-
probably did a great job because like 20 horses going through the woods are going to leave
Yeah.
a trail.
This is an
But
army.
you-
These
you-
people
you
don't
know.
hunt.
So you do the best you can. And what do you do then? Try to catch up?
Yep.
Okay. Lilia eventually halts everyone just to kind of rally and make sure you got everyone. Remarkably, everybody seems okay. You haven't lost anyone.
Bryn got a lot of 2s and 3s.
you never really had a chance to. They never really had a chance to mount any sort of real like resistance to what you just did. God bless you.
Thank you.
So, yeah, everybody rallies. You didn't lose anyone. You didn't lose anyone in the darkness. If you push it, you can make storms in really early in the morning, or you can camp out and then go back in the light. Only danger being you're in the camp. It's not particularly cold out, so you don't need to have a campfire in there to get through the night. It's summer now.
Either one
So you
is
can
fine.
do a cold camp.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either one is fine.
Yeah, I think we should camp out here.
Get to know us a little better.
There's also the possibility of just one or two of us sneaking back to the road to try to look and see what they're doing in the morning.
Okay.
Or onto a high point to try to see what they're doing in the morning.
Night passes. Morning comes. No sign of anybody coming after you.
I want to see what they're doing. Let's get up into the mountains a bit to get a little height and see. And peek-see at the road.
Okay.
Right, because we're heading toward the Storm Mountains, right?
You actually have to circle back a little bit to see the road well. You have to be like kind of at the edge of the woods to see them.
Yeah, I want to check.
Okay.
I can't resist.
Yeah, it's only him and
With
like
the whole group.
it's
I'll go, and if anybody else wants to go, they can. But
it's him and someone else. Yeah, I am not sneaky, so
no one is sneaky, but we're hopefully not
sneaky.
getting that close.
yeah.
Jeez. Fordrin goes with you.
All
He was part of the ambush squad in the woods. Kent, if you want to roll another check now, like no penalty, to see if you can cover tracks from here.
All right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You sneak back. I want to play desk because that's the thing you're in. You good?
No go.
No go again.
Fail.
Yep.
You have
Bad
a
at hiding
reroll.
tracks.
We have rerolls.
Use them.
Yeah, I'll
We want to be ghosts in the wood.
give it a shot. All right, let's try.
Checked it off.
Come on. Oh.
Ooh.
We should take Kerr with us, too.
Okay.
Should
We're
you?
going to go take a look at the aftermath.
Should you?
I'd love to see it.
Kent,
100.
thumbs up.
Yeah, I think we should bring Kerr.
Why?
Okay.
Because he's an
yeah, you
illusionist,
think you
and
do a
if we
great
get
job.
spotted, he can throw
Yeah.
off pursuers.
Okay.
I was just like, because I look at my percentiles first. I saw the 0-0.
And look
And
at
I'm
him. He was
just
having
like,
fun last night.
And I was like, 3 zeros.
Were you having fun last night? Causing
was.
mayhem? Good to know.
All right. Rue, Ordrin, and Kerr sneak back to the edge of the woods of the hills. And, yeah, I mean, you can use your little goggles again.
Boop.
Your dead bird skull. And you see the smoke coming out of wagons. And you see them marching away.
Did they abandon a bunch of supplies, does it look like?
It looks like they've abandoned the burned up wagons, and it appears that they've left some of their force behind just to like recapture some of the lost animals and things like that. But they do
How
not
much
appear
of the
to be
force?
mounting a pursuit. 250 or so.
250? Oh, jeez.
There's
Oh, I mean,
1,000
no,
of
that's
them.
good. We've pulled a quarter of their force off of
Mhm.
them, so.
Yeah.
And if we harass these 250 more, they might split even more. Okay. All right, that's good. This is good. I think this was a success. Let's get back to
Okay.
base and see if we want to do anything about the stragglers.
You guys head home. When you do, you find one of your night jumpers waiting for you.
Is it the main one?
I can't remember his name.
The pretty one?
I do think I wrote it down.
The pretty one?
I know I have it written down somewhere, but I can't remember.
Wait, the main one was pretty?
Yeah, I remember that.
I'll just change it to like Thorgrim.
Somebody draw me a hot random night jumper who has a name that we can't remember.
No,
Carlson
it's
Shadow
two different
Sun.
places.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Carlson Shadow Sun. Was it?
I believe so.
He sounds like he would be a night jumper.
That sounds right.
Yes.
Yes.
That
that's
sounds
perfect.
correct.
Yeah, that
He's,
sounds correct.
He's just there.
Carl
And he's like,
Soar.
you have
Kalsor,
yeah.
yes.
you have folk in the Anjossi lands, right?
Is that where our
Yes,
people are?
that's where
Yes.
Israel is from, and that's where your family is.
That's
Okay.
where our villages are, yeah.
Yep.
No.
I heard from them. I heard
Oh,
from
okay.
them, and they send their regards. They wish you to come for this Founders Feast and request your backup for a matter that's going on there.
That's fake.
Calling for aid. Okay. Did they say how many?
They didn't say what the issue was?
They would not tell me.
That sounds like a trap.
You're sure they were our people and not a messenger
They
pretending
wore
to
the
be?
right tattoos. I'm not from your land, but they look like
They have deer on
it
them and
was
stuff.
someone. I didn't want to bring them here. It was someone named.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did they give a name?
I will tell you in a minute. Dangal Hoffinson? You can ask Ezrala.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Is he
I don't
up
know this
there?
fucker. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, I
Yeah.
thought you said Kangharl at first, and I was like, oh,
No,
we're going.
Gangrel.
We have a
No.
bone to pick
No,
with
no,
this
no, no.
bitch.
It's Dangharl.
Oh, dang.
Hofferson.
Dangharl, not
Yeah,
Kangharl.
yeah, not
Kangharl is
Kangharl.
gonna get his head sawed off and his mouth stuffed with river rocks at some point.
Dang, Harl.
Yeah.
Hoffinson.
Yeah, you can ask Ezrala.
Yeah, let's ask about this guy and if we trust him.
She's like, oh, Dangharl? Yeah, I grew up with him.
Yeah,
And he's like, did he
Canadian now.
look like? And she described him, and he's like, did he look like this? And he's like, kind of chunky.
Did he
but,
look like a
hair
douche?
Hair kind of like
Where his tattoos
marching,
here and this.
tattoo, like had a air rune tattoo right under his left eye. And he's like, oh yeah, that's him. Yeah, that is someone I grew up with.
All right, so we're going. It's just a matter of how many.
We planned on bringing some back and extending an invitation, so that does work out too.
We're gonna keep harassing this company. We can't afford too many, though. I wish they said how many they needed and what their problem was.
I mean, we can also, like, a couple of people can just ride ahead to talk too.
That's true. None of this is very far, right? This is like Barovia, where you're like, we're gonna go on an epic journey to the mountains, and it's like 12 hours.
It was, I think, when you march there with everyone, I think it would take you probably like 2 days to get there, if that.
Yeah, so with
And
the
that's
small
like
light
trying
force,
to
it's
hide
like
120 people. Like if you're
way
if
faster.
you're it's probably like a day and a
day,
change
yeah,
to
right.
get there from where you are. Yeah.
Right. The thing is, if you wanted to hit the main force too, like, we're also fast enough to ride ahead to hit the main force too.
No, that's the opposite direction.
Opposite direction.
I know, but you were just saying, like, to hit the stragglers, but I'm just saying they're passing through ground we're familiar with too.
The stragglers have the added benefit of being smaller, but also they've stayed behind with some supplies that couldn't be moved, and they're trying to gather more animals, so we could take the shit that they gather, you know,
Gotcha.
and have left behind.
Gotcha.
So that is also attractive.
Mm.
Well, I'm going to say you got 2 weeks to think about it.
Yeah, let's think
Yeah.
about it. How many we want to send, how we want to split, what we want to do.
No.
250. You know, honestly, I'm a little bit flattered that they were like, we could leave like 50 dudes, but nah, they were like 250. These fuckers are trouble. I'm like, oh, this seems like proper respect. 250.
Aye. We'll finagle this in 2 weeks' time.
It was Wednesday. What day? I'm trying to calculate when I will be a wolf again.
You got 2 days. before you wolf out and are not available to do stuff.
Just a night.
Well,
Just a night.
I've been remembering more, so I've biffed every roll when I've tried to do it on purpose, but...
You also ate a trollkin, like, 2 seasons ago.
Eat that trollkin. It was gross. But if I could channel that energy toward lunars.
You have something there, yes.
All right. I'm gonna wrangle.
Channel your cannibalism for good.
Prepare corpse. Yes, I know.
Prepare corpse.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this week's episode of DMs After Dark. If you want to see what these chuckle fucks do in 2 weeks, we go live every other Saturday at 7 p.m.-ish EST, unless our computers, our internet, our OBSs decide to fuck with us. And it truly did in droves tonight.
Yeah,
Happy
really
May.
did.
Fucking good fucking God. You can follow us on all our social medias, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky. If you missed part of this, the VOD's gonna be up on YouTube within the next couple days.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah.
You can also join us on our Discord. It is live, it is open, it is poppin'. It's genuinely
go see Sinners
really
and then
nice
come
place.
talk to me about Sinners in the Discord.
Yes, tag it. Maybe Amber will actually look in
I will
the
respond
Discord
to
if you
tags
tag
that
her.
are Sinners related.
You can also go to our Redbubble and purchase merch with our characters on them, or our Detective 20, our sweet baby boy. Speaking of sweet boys, you can also check out what Rainey's up to when he's not dealing with our dumbasses and listening to me say this over the audio waves. Oh, I'm so tired. All right. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining us once again. Until next time. Fuck.
Channel your cannibalism for good.
Channel your cannibalism for good. Yeah, no, I like that one. Oh, update on how much.
$100.
Christian, how much?
$100.
$100.
Yes,
like
I
98
can.
and change,
That might not
so
seem
it's
like
100.
much, but I can buy some real cool RPGs with that for the community.
Yep.
If you are on our Discord, and you scroll up a little further in the announcement page, you will see a published adventure that Christian wrote for Battle of Gavrin's Cross. All proceeds for that go to the West Warwick Public Library. Very, very cool place with very, very cool people in it. And they need
about
help.
30 baby praying mantises now. They're adorable. I love every single one of them.
All of Amber's scary tiny children.
All of my children.
But yeah, if you like Dark Gavrin's Cross, little adventure, as well as all the stats for the priestess, right? The shaman lady? Yeah, feel free to check all that out.
Review it if you like it, by the way, too. That helps a lot. Yeah,
get it boosted, let people see it. Even if it's still making money 5 years down the road, all that money's still going to West Warwick.
Yep.
So making sure the library
it's gonna be that way forever.
gets its dues as much as we can. So have a good night, everyone. Something good cannibalism. See you in 2 weeks.
Good night, everyone.